ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock on a Monday, beautiful Monday here in East Tennessee. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning into the show. Gang is all here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios as we're getting down to it, boys. Just one more week of whatever this is. I feel like we're just kind of kicking over the same old ground here.
Yeah, I'm ready for it, man. I'm tired of waiting.
A week from today, it'll be Josh Heupel's first game week press conference. So, I mean, then we'll be into full on.
I'm sure there'll be just information galore coming out of that thing.
Yeah. Well, but, I mean, it's just a sign that, hey, we're doing real football now. It's not theoretical football. Y'all have a good weekend?
Yeah. Pretty
Anybody
boring.
do anything exciting?
Nah.
No?
Nothing.
Walker, anything?
No, nothing too exciting. I had to work Saturday night.
Everybody is super dull. Super dull weekends.
It's that time of it's that part of the calendar right now. It's like right before college football starts, and you're just kind of watching the clock and counting. You know how it was when you were like in grade school, to be about like 2:30. You know you're getting out at 3, and that clock just will not move at all.
That was tough, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of the feeling I have with college football season. Like,
Do you think kids now, do they look at their phones like that? Because we used to have that clock on the wall.
Yeah. That thing that would like.
That minute hand was just going slow, man.
And he kicked back a minute.
We're just staring at that thing, that last hour. Oh.
Well, see, when I went to private school, we got out at 3.
Yeah, private school, we got it at 3.
Well, we started earlier, but I think that was the deal. Yeah.
Oh, my daughter's school starts at like 9 a.m. now. It's crazy.
What? Wow.
Yeah, and my son's elementary is like 7:30.
7:30 sounds about right.
7:30 is a little too early.
I know.
Especially for little kids.
I thought 8 a.m. was the universally agreed upon school starts time.
8:05. When they started the 8:05 thing. 8:05.
The latest I ever started class was like 7:45. And that was across
really
K through 12. Yeah.
Now, when I started,
is that a central time zone thing, you think?
I hope not. I feel bad for
Because
everybody.
I feel like it was 8 or even 8:30 when I was in school.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't remember.
8:30. I think when it was 8:30,
Yeah.
it was pretty standard, but
which is early, man, because I'm about worthless at 8:30.
Yeah.
Still,
what's wild is when I was a kid, we didn't even start school until the Tuesday after Labor Day.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it
Kids just
starts
work
super
on the
early
front,
now.
Yeah, kids are in like a month already.
But we didn't get out till like that first week in June.
Yeah, today was the first day of classes at UT. They're already back.
We wouldn't go to school until after
the crops came
after
in.
Labor Day. Had to work with Ma and Pa in the fields. We'd have a big harvest party at school, we would.
So when does UT? UT starts back tomorrow?
Yes. I don't know. I just threw that out there.
They're back in the day.
They're back today.
Today?
Yeah, today.
All right. Well, shout out to all you college kids out there getting educated, drowning in debt. Hope it's worth it. Well, Josh Heupel went ahead and dropped the news last night. It's a final now. Joey Aguilar is your starter at quarterback to open the season.
It's like the most
Shocker.
anticlimactic announcement ever.
Yeah. I mean, and just a soft announcement, just a no-nonsense graphic released on the socials last night. So that ends that, I guess, and Joey will get the full 2 weeks to kind of assume the helm here.
What a time to drop. Like Sunday night, he drops that news.
The old Sunday night news dump.
Like just trying to slide it in under the rug when no one would notice. Yeah, by the way, we have a starting quarterback
slide it
now.
in. I mean, it's everything's so social media driven in society now. Like it blew up immediately as soon as everybody saw it on Twitter.
And not to be outdone, our season opening opponent, Syracuse, has named their starting quarterback. It'll be Steve Peanut Butter and Jelly, the Notre Dame transfer. So a couple of springtime transfers going at it at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the ATL to kick things off.
Who would you, if I'd given you a choice back when I was just going down, Jelly, Peanut Butter and Jelly, or the Jaguar, who would you have taken?
I don't know.
6-1, half a dozen of them.
I don't know. I mean, I guess Aguilar has a lot more experience.
Yeah. He likes throwing. I watched a bunch. That was one thing I did last night. Watched a bunch of highlights, his highlights. He likes squeezing the ball into tight spaces, and that's going to be a big adjustment for him to going from playing the competition level he's used to playing against guys in the SEC where you can't. Those windows are going to close a lot faster.
So a couple of things on that, because I get it. I mean, we've heard the interception numbers since we started recruiting this kid months ago. And you got to keep in mind he's playing on an App State team that was, 5-7 last year?
Yeah.
So,
team.
yeah, they weren't good. So he's constantly playing from behind, which are going to inflate a lot of things. It's going to inflate your yardage numbers, your passing attempts. And it's going to inflate your interceptions, I think, naturally, because you're forced to try things. You're forced to force the issue. So I don't think that is going to be the norm for him under Josh Heupel in this Tennessee offense. But I think the other thing is Heupel's system lends itself towards not turning the ball over. And we've seen that through 4 seasons now with 3 different starting quarterbacks.
Super low interception.
Yeah.
But Hendo had 2? Joe had a handful.
Yeah. Nico had 1 or 2.
I think Nico had he was the outlier. I thought it was a lot, and it was only I went back and I think it was 5.
Yeah, it wasn't many.
But it was a lot compared to.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple. I think Heupel values keeping the ball, not taking unnecessary risks, but I also think it's just the spread nature, how the spread that you're throwing to a lot of one-on-one windows. You're not throwing into tight coverages where the ball gets knocked up in the air and then somebody catches it, or you're trying to thread a win. It's usually you're just throwing into a one-on-one situation. And that's, I would imagine, I've never played the game, but I would imagine that's easier on a quarterback to keep the ball safe, throw it to where only your guy has a chance to catch it, which is not probably something you're thinking about when you're at Appy State and you're not running this kind of system and you're throwing a crossing pattern so it's over the middle of the field and you're throwing it into a congested area.
Now, the other thing that jumped out at me, I think he's going to be a lot better runner than Nico was. I mean, he's not 6'5" like Nico was, and he looks really quick.
Well, I hope we turn him loose, man, because that's the other thing with, obviously Hooker had a lot going for him, but he was a threat to run, and we didn't run our past 2 guys very much at all for a variety of reasons. I think Joe and Nico could run it more than they showed. I think Heupel was very protective of them because he wasn't super confident in the backups. I think that, that probably doesn't change this year in terms of the confidence he has, because it doesn't sound like Merklinger did much to go out there and take the job for himself. But I think if you're Heupel, I know I don't like the phrase house money gets overused, and but really, this is a year where it's an unexpected. Let it rip, man. Let it rip. Throw this Aguilar kid out there. Don't put the governor on him. If he sees an open running lane, go ahead and take it, man. If he gets hurt, he gets hurt. We'll play with Merck and Mac.
Mark the tape. I mean, what are you going to say if he gets broken and we end up starting?
I'll say, oh well, man. Like I agreed with the decision to limit Nico's carries last year. I agreed with it with Milton to an extent. Not as much with Milton. I think he should have run a little bit more. But I get the thinking when you're back up as a walk-on last year, you're gonna put your quarterback in bubble wrap. I don't think you do that this year, man, for a variety of reasons. Again, like I just think you've got some leeway here. Nobody's expecting a ton out of Aguilar. Turn him loose, man. Let him go out there and run around a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, this seems like this is the type of guy that wants to do that. He's kind of got that Favrean gunslinger energy to him, where he will just fire that thing in there regardless of the window. And when you talk about Josh Heupel's offense, yeah, it helps if you're mobile. It helps if you don't turn the ball over. But it's a lot of just decision making from the quarterback. And that's kind of why Nico didn't run a lot, is because he spent too long trying to make a decision before he could run and then end up getting dropped for a loss of yards. Same with Joe Milton at the same time. And I feel like Joey, he's going to make his decision fairly quickly just because of his experience, and that's just kind of the way he plays.
I don't know, man.
You're putting him in bubble wrap?
I'm not putting him in bubble wrap, but he does. I'm telling you, the one thing that worries me is the ball security thing. I get what you're saying, but and like he just said, Favrean, is that what you called it?
In the
Favrean to get
gunslinger, yeah.
That gunslinger.
Brett Favre was pretty good,
yeah,
as I recall.
He was pretty good, but there were some games where he can get you in trouble in a heartbeat too.
Yeah, but that's kind of the give and take you're going to have with him. Whereas, yeah, he might turn it over a couple times, but he's also going to take the deep shots that were open, like say Nico missed or a couple times didn't take last year. I kind of would rather have us taking those chances, especially if the goal of this offseason is to try and get more big plays into this next year.
We need to go to the breaking news desk, Russ.
Oh, boy.
This better be good.
Oh, man.
Breaking, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are signing free agent rookie safety White Lightning Will Brooks from Tennessee.
Was he not in camps anywhere?
I don't think so. Where the hell's Cooper? I had somebody ask me that.
I know he's signed with the Dolphins.
Cooper did?
Yeah.
I don't know if he made it out of camp.
And camp is still going, right? I mean, we're still in the cut down phase.
I'd be stunned if he's not on a roster somewhere.
Yeah.
He only received a tryout at the Dolphins rookie mini camp. I haven't heard anything of him otherwise since then.
We got a tryout.
Yeah.
I wonder if his body's just so broken down that nobody could take a chance on signing him.
I mean, his ankles, it goes all the way back to high school.
Yeah.
They were trying to win state champion. They weren't thinking long, what was best for him long term.
No, and Tennessee certainly rushed him back a couple of times from injury.
I mean, how many over the years, going all the way back to Botch with Kendrick between, those kids, linemen usually play most of the season, just beat all to hell.
Cooper was a warrior for sure. So we'll talk about the quarterback situation this afternoon. 865-966-3435 is your phone number to call or text the show. We're going to get Dan the Man Harrelson on from Vols Wire here in just a minute to get his thoughts on the quarterback situation for the Vols and Syracuse. The other thing we're tracking could be a big recruiting week. Of course, Savion Hyder announces his decision tomorrow. All tea leaves right now seem to be pointing away from him committing to Tennessee tomorrow.
He's going to go to the Wolverines.
That would be my guess. If I had a crystal ball like the 247 guys, like Callahan, I would probably put it in for Michigan. But
if I gave you a choice, Hyder or Keys, if we could flip Keys, I just feel like with we're going to get production out of the running back room. We don't have to have a 5-star.
I agree. I'd rather have the 5-star receiver.
Yeah, but we've never seen the 5-star running back in this system. There's part of me that, and with Hyder, and this is probably unfair. I don't know either kid or their families or anything, but Keys is the guy who was going to commit here, and then he committed to LSU. Now he might decommit and commit here. He's had the goofy recruitment. Give me the kid that just plays it close. I like Hyder's approach here of not doing the interviews and getting into all that stuff. He's just going to announce his commitment tomorrow and probably go play for Michigan. But I mean, the bottom line, you have to get one of the two of them, man. Like that's the other thing is that LSU people seem to feel pretty confident that they're going to hold on to Keys. And it would be a major letdown at one point. I mean, we dared to dream that we might be able to get them both.
That would have been sweet.
It would be a pretty big letdown not to get either.
Yeah. We got to prepare ourselves for that, though. I mean, who knows with the Keys kid? He might flip-flop a couple more times before December gets here.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree that based off what we've seen, a big-time receiver can make a bigger impact. We can get by with less at running back.
Because of scheme, I guess. I don't know if we spread it out. Or maybe we ought to just give Ellerby and Heupel credit. Their offense they know how to run the ball.
Boy, it would be nice to have you have the triplets with a 5-star QB, a 5-star receiver, a 5-star running back all in the same class. I mean, you talk about elevating us. Man, you got to start closing on some of these things.
So it's so you think it's all tea leaves are just pointing to Michigan, and maybe we base on just internet rumors and message board.
Yeah. And I was looking at something. Apparently,
Austin Slice and the rest of those guys.
It feels like the Michigan mods know a lot more. It feels like they have their finger on the pulse a lot more than our reporters do, which is usually not a great sign.
Yeah.
I just absolutely abhor them.
That's tough. No, it's
not done yet. I mean, we'll see. I'm not saying it's done yet.
Big Ten, go play in the Big Ten.
I'm just saying if I had to bet, I would probably bet on Hyder committing to Michigan tomorrow.
That's tough.
Just one man's opinion.
And if you look at it, I mean, just one more of these big recruits would kind of push this next class over the edge to be kind of definitive top 5 because they're ranked 13th, but just barely looking in outside of it.
All right. Quick timeout. We'll talk to Big Dan coming up next. Your phone calls, your texts. Also got to set up what you talk about. Champions League play starts tomorrow here on The Drive, and we will preview what's ahead this week at some point this afternoon. A lot to get to. Stay with us. It's Fan Run Radio. Back with more after this.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Is your smile ready for the spotlight? Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco, and at Knoxville Smiles, we make every visit a reason to smile. From routine cleanings to dazzling cosmetic treatments, our experienced team uses the latest technology to keep your teeth healthy and your smile bright. With a warm, welcoming atmosphere and personalized care, we're here to make sure you leave feeling your best. Don't wait. Your perfect smile is just a call away. Book your appointment today at 865-539-1776 or online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Good afternoon. Traffic volume increasing right on schedule. Alcoa Highway going southbound back towards the Blount County area as it gets heavier. Broadway traffic now through Fountain City over the ridge into Halls. A little bit of stop and go also going on right now in West Knoxville, Kingston Pike, especially in the Bearden area there in a couple of spots. 40 east and west starting to get heavier in the last few minutes over the top of West Hills. Turn your gold and silver coins into cash at Fountain City Jewelers, located in the heart of Fountain City, right there next to Linton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Russell Smith, Bear, Jace Brown, Walker Smith, all cruising with you on a Monday afternoon edition of the show. And pleased to be joined by Dan Harrelson, ballswire.com. Good afternoon, Dan. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. I like the Pearl Jam.
You big Pearl Jam guy?
Yeah. Of course, they don't really put out much good music anymore, but yeah, the old stuff's still good.
Well, they're one of those bands. I mean, they were like I call them the Who of my generation because it was so much like teenage angst music, like Mom and Dad don't understand me. I'm so lonely in this world. You know, it's hard to do when you're in your 50s and really sell it, right?
Worth a lot of money. I saw a video about it. Did you realize they kicked their drummer out, David Bruzio, because he liked being a rock star?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they had a lot of I feel like they rotated through a couple of drummers.
Yeah.
Over
They've
the
never
years.
got anybody as good as that guy.
Matt Cameron was pretty good.
Yeah.
Temple the Dog going hungry on a hunger strike. Dan, hopefully Tennessee's offense won't be going hungry this year. It felt like at times we were, scoreless in the first half, a couple of games there in the middle of the season, as I recall, whatever happened there. Joey Aguilar named the starter. Your thoughts? Not a huge surprise, I don't think, to any of us, but Tennessee goes ahead and makes that official yesterday.
Yeah, they kind of needed to, and just looking at the time frame, the time schedule, going with the August kickoff date, you kind of expect it to be around this time. I think the only question mark now offensively is just to figure out the starting five up front for Joey. So we'll see how that plays out. I think the only real question there is where they're going to pin in Pendleton from Notre Dame as the centers and guards. I think really that's the only question mark to look at the offense. Of course, the receivers just kind of healing up, but I think it's good that Joey was named and just kind of see where it goes from here, just to get about, 12, 13 days worth before you do open up against Syracuse.
What's the ceiling with this Aguilar kid? Let's dare to dream for a second. Let's live in our hopes, as we like to say around here. If he really picks up on things, Dan, and the defense doesn't take too big of a step back from last season, what's the possibilities that Tennessee could find a way to wring 9 wins out of this schedule or 10 wins out of this schedule like they did last year and get back to the playoffs. Is that even possible? Should we be daring to dream that highly?
No, just because Tennessee has a pretty good defense, pretty good offensive line. I think it could be like running back by committee. If you can get something out of Joey, you have a chance, just because Josh, again, has one of the easier schedules in the SEC, and he needs to really start cashing in on that with the schedule, because you never know, next year, the year after, you could have a Florida or a Florida or Oklahoma type schedule, and it can be really top heavy, and you don't really want to get into all that if you can't really cash in with these schedules. 8-4, 9-3, like we've seen with Joe, and I guess possibly this year with a season that really doesn't technically count against him after the Nico stuff. But I think they can squeeze 9 wins. But after that, I'm not too sure. You never know. 10-2 is definitely possible if they can really get Joey to work out in this offense. Just because, like I said, the schedule, but on top of that, some of these opponents, you don't know how many interim coaches you could potentially play if the season plays out. I think I looked at the schedule earlier. Maybe 4 coaches could be interim when you do play them. That's kind of, it's the most, that maybe it's like half of that, but it is possible. Just really depends on how the teams play the first few weeks, and if they want to make a move that week for a bye week, or then the week after they have a bye week when they play Tennessee. So I think 8-4 is the floor, but if Joey does get hurt, it could be 7-5 at worst. So we'll see. But I think that's the most critical thing for Josh Heupel this year, is just to keep him up and really just don't let him get hurt, because if you do, you're obviously going to go with Merklinger, or you could go ahead and start it out with George McIntyre if it's halfway through the year. Or even if he doesn't get hurt, then you could possibly see maybe a Clausen or Manning type situation, kind of roll out with George or whoever as a freshman to maybe Alabama game or so.
See, that's interesting. We were just having that conversation the previous segment, Dan, and I'm of the opinion, and feel free to disagree, I say cut it loose with Aguilar. I feel like they kept their quarterback under bubble wrap the past 2 seasons, and I feel like that was a big reason why for the offensive drop-off. It felt like Hendon Hooker was out there with no governor on. Like he could tuck it and run at any time, and that was a huge part of his game. And I feel like they didn't want to go to Nico in 2023. They certainly didn't want to go to gas pipe last year. And so I feel like they were telling their quarterbacks, hey, don't subject yourself to any unnecessary hits. To me, Dan, I kind of look at this as a house money type situation. Nico left. It's a screwy year. I say cut it loose with this kid. Let's see what he can do. If he wants to tuck in and run 10 times a game, let him do that. I just feel like Tennessee's offense under Heupel functions so much better when the quarterback is a constant threat to run. But it sounds like you're saying maybe they need to do a little bit more to keep him upright, just because of the lack of confidence in the backups.
A little bit of that, but hey, I mean, you got to kind of let him, sling it or run a little bit to get, used to it. But I think you're spot on, actually, because I do think the key to this offense is how good are you, and really how many times are you going to throw it on first down? Element of surprise, all those things. Sometimes you see more runs or whatnot on first down, but Joey and Nico actually had similar stats on first down last year. I know he was at App State in that conference in the group of 5, but I mean, Nico had 182 total plays on first down last year. As 143 pass, 39 rush. Aguilar had 181 plays on first, 159 pass, 22 rush. You guys start letting it fly, because you look back at Hendon Hooker, 2022. He had 165 pass plays on first down, and he had around a 71% clip percentage. That's what gets this offense going. You got to attack first, get some first downs, and then that tempo is going to come. So I really am interested to see how many times they throw on first down over the course of the game, especially in the first quarter with Joey Aguilar this year.
Dan Harrelson, VolsWire.com, our guest this afternoon here on The Drive. And Dan, Tennessee, not the only one naming a starting quarterback the last 24 hours. Their season opening opponent, Syracuse, has named Steve Angeli the quarterback there for the Orange. He, of course, a transfer from Notre Dame. Tennessee kicked to the tires on Angeli. They ultimately decide to go with Aguilar. So a little interesting connection there. These two quarterbacks will face each other. What is your worry level when it comes to Syracuse? Is this a game you expect Tennessee to win decisively, or do you think this will be a closer game than some people think?
I think it could be close, but I just think Tennessee's defense will probably win this. And I think maybe a special teams play, something like that. You could see something, but I don't know. I think Syracuse was really good last year, but obviously they lost McCord. I think Angeli could be maybe like a stopgap year or something like that. Who knows? Maybe he can give them something. But yeah, I was actually interested in him last year if they couldn't find anybody, just because he was already playing with Pendleton at center. And I mean, not that it matters that he went to the same high school as JG, but there was some connections there if they really wanted him. But, I think for that first game, I think they should still win just because of the defense, and maybe it's a Peyton Lewis type game. We'll see. But ESPN and some others are out there projecting Syracuse, if not the last ACC team, but percentage-wise, second to last, maybe like a 3-win team. So not too nervous. I am a little bit nervous about if there was an area, maybe Fran Brown, just because he's matched up with Heupel in the SEC before at Georgia. But other than that, I think Tennessee should be 2-0 going into that Georgia game.
Dan, you look at Tennessee this year, and tight end is a position that should be a weapon. A lot of people are saying, of course, we know what you have with Kitzelman. He's pretty established at this point. Still waiting on Ethan Davis to put it all together back there. I'm still very high on him and his potential. The guy that's kind of got me thinking right now is Deshaun Brain. And I saw the quotes from Heupel over the weekend that he's going to be, quote, a big part of what we do offensively this year. Dan, traditionally that is a hard position for a freshman to make an impact. Do you take Heupel at his word? Do you think that we're going to see a lot of Deshaun Brain and that he could be a playmaker as a true freshman for Tennessee this year? Or do you think that they're just hyping him up a little bit and he's still going to require a little seasoning before he makes an impact at this level?
Yeah, I mean, you don't totally know for sure if it's just put a name out there and say something like that just so they won't transfer or anything like that. No, I think he looks like a good body. Seen him in practice a few times. He looks like he could be a really good player, especially early on. But when I look at some of those guys, I don't necessarily see – I mean, they could still have good pass-catching stats and all that stuff. But if he's really going to change a little bit up and maybe kind of build off last year as well with 11 and 12 personnel, Brain is the perfect type to be a sniffer, just kind of sniff it out, disguise 11 personnel for 10 and kind of go out, things like that. So, yeah, I mean, I think he could actually do a little bit more as far as pre-snap motion, things like that, even if he doesn't get the ball.
Talk with Dan Harrelson this afternoon. VolsWire.com, as we are less than 2 weeks from kickoff. Tennessee and Syracuse at high noon in Atlanta. Should be really exciting. Dan, we have college football this week. How excited are you for the Dublin game, and does anything else have your attention this week when you talk about some of those week 0 matchups?
Yeah, actually, that should be you would think it'd be a decent game. It's kind of interesting. I don't think it's a conference game. I think somebody said it was like a non-conference game, but it should be a pretty good matchup. I haven't really dove into the other games or really even that game. Just kind of last weekend was our last weekend without football, so I kind of just, went off the grid a little bit. And now I'm spending this week kind of diving into everything, especially Tennessee related. So I'm ready. I'm ready to watch some meaningful, real football games with college and just see how everything plays out. I'm really excited. Week 1, LSU Clemson. And I don't know. LSU seems like they're really motivated to start the season off finally 1-0. And if Nussmeier can put things together, they could be in the driver's seat for a national championship this year. I'm a little bit surprised people didn't vote them high. Maybe that's a Brian Kelly thing. Maybe they don't like him. I don't know, but he's a solid coach. And if he gets a win first week in Clemson, kind of watch out for them.
Bear, who are you pulling for in the clash of two guys you despise, Dabo versus Brian Kelly? Beauregard or Dabo? Who you got?
God, it's a tough one.
I kind of want to see Dabo and Clemson win just because I'm tickled with this narrative. What is it, 5 years in a row now that LSU has lost their season opener? And
yeah, probably Dabo. I hate him. I hate's a strong word. Dan, I dislike both of them for different reasons. Brian Kelly, because he just seems to be more amoral than normal for a college football coach. And Dabo does the aw shucks Jesus thing a little too much for me.
The aw shucks Jesus thing.
Yeah.
I actually voted them 1-2 in my preseason poll for the FWAA Super 16 poll, and I was the only one that voted LSU won. And maybe I'm kind of far-fetched, but I just think if you win that game, you're set up. If you can just maintain Nussmeier for the whole year, and he's solid.
Yeah, but that's the question. Do you really think that Garrett Nussmeier is going to make it through a whole
I don't
season?
know. The element of unknown, I guess.
The game I'm looking for, that, and it'll be happening during our game, so it's a shame we don't really get to focus on it much. But that Ohio State-Texas game is just – that's wild, man. First of all, it's wild that it's week one. It's wild that it's noon. It's the first game of that day. And it's wild that it's two completely unproven but hyped through the roof quarterbacks. I mean, we've been hearing about Julian Sayin and Arch Manning since they were high schoolers, right? And we've seen more of Arch than we have of Sayin, but not much on either. I mean, that game, it wouldn't surprise me either way that game goes.
I'm so tempted to watch week one on TV just because the big games like that. But I've never been more compelled to watch a Tennessee football game on TV just to see how the scheme goes, get all the angles, all that stuff. Because this is a big game against Syracuse.
Sure.
I mean, we're going to know a ton about what they're going to have on display throughout the whole season. Sure, they may not do the whole playbook, but if they really made changes to the offense, we're going to know right basically the first half. So I'm kind of excited to watch this play out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's going to be a fun season. Be here before you know it. Dan, always appreciate it, my friend. Anything else on your mind before we cut you loose here? And who knows? This might be the last time we talk to you before we have actual football games to review. So if you have anything on your mind, let it rip now, Dano.
Yeah, I mean, just let it rip with Joey. First down, like I said, that's the difference with Heupel's quarterbacks. Go back to 2022, you got to have the tempo if you're still going to do this and not change anything. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see how Joey acclimates in the SEC and just really what Josh Heupel scheme-wise does with him and his offense and tight ends, like you mentioned. But I think right now I'm at 9-3. I'm not as sold with Oklahoma right now. Some of that is with the off-the-field stuff there, but some of it mostly is with the schedule. And you never know. It could be Venables not coaching that game, kind of going back to if there are up to 4 interim coaches Tennessee faces this year. And you never know. Heupel behind the scenes could have his first Roy Williams, Kansas, North Carolina situation where he turns it down and it's not really played out there. But I think a lot of things can happen, but 9-3 right now is kind of where I'm at.
All right. The Danometer is at 9-3 heading into the season. He's been pretty good with these predictions, folks.
He's been on it.
We'll see how this year pans out. Dan, thanks, man. Always appreciate it. We'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you.
Dan Harrelson. Online at Dan Harrelson on X. Of course, VolsWire.com, where you can go and read his work for all the latest on the Large Orange. Does a fantastic job covering all things University of Tennessee athletics. 9-3, says Dano. I'll take it.
I would too.
I'd take 9-3.
I'd rather have 10-2 though.
Really?
Naturally.
I don't know, man. 9-3 sounds. I'd rather have 11-1 personally.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. I mean, just to go 10-2, we're either going to have to upset Georgia at home or win at either in Tuscaloosa or in Gainesville, where we've historically not had a whole lot of luck.
Anybody talking themselves into Joey Aguilar being the man?
Oh yeah, I've been on it, man. I
think might be kind of awesome, Jace.
I think so too.
Might be kind of awesome.
From what people have said about the deep ball, that's
Yeah.
all we've been missing.
Yeah.
Is some connection on the back half of the field. That's all we need.
I mean, the past two guys we've had haven't been very accurate.
Exactly, and that's his money ball.
All right.
Coming up, your phone calls. What do you think about it? 865-966-3435 is your phone number to get on the show. 966-3435. Call or text us here this afternoon. The Big Ten has become the mother lode of bad ideas. Why are we still listening to these people? We'll tell you what their latest nonsense is that they're spewing up there north of the Mason-Dixon line. When we continue, a lot to get into. You're listening to The Drive. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit matlocktireservice.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
We make it easy to save money. Get access to thousands of discounts on shopping, dining, and travel with the C&B Plus Perks account. It's a powerful new way to save money with roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft protection, and credit monitoring. Banking at C&B has its perks. Call or stop by a branch for more details.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly. Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Good afternoon. Steady flow of traffic right now. I-40 at the Holston River Bridge, watching it build out through East Knox County here in the last few minutes with that traffic volume on 40 going eastbound towards Sevier County. Radar earlier up through Jefferson County on I-40 before you get to that I-81 split. Stop and go right now on Kingston Pike in the Bearden area as it gets heavier out here on 40 East and West in West Knoxville between Paper Mill and Pillsbury Parkway. If your check engine light comes on, Google search Knuckle Busters Amco Knoxville. Amco serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. Wrapping up hour number 1 already on a Monday. Well,
UT season ticket holders just got a Monday surprise from Danny White.
Was it painful in the rear end area?
I mean, I guess it depends on how much you pay for your tickets and what your financial shape is. But Tennessee fans just getting an email moments ago from the athletics department and Danny White alerting them to a future ticket price increase for 2026.
Jesus Christ.
Already?
Daniel, what are you doing, man?
Jeez.
Well, he says in the email for the 2026 season, fans will notice a moderate per seat price increase averaging 4% across the stadium.
After how many percent increase was it the last time?
Well, you had the 10% player fee.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they raised prices before that. So they've been going up pretty consistently here the past couple of seasons. So another 4% in 2026. I'm not sure what. I mean, I guess it depends on where you're sitting and all that.
The hilarious part about all this stuff, and it's not just here, it's everywhere. They're gonna, and it's just how these people are. They aren't going to make less money than they were. Now that they have to pay the players, they're just going to jack up the prices on it, using an excuse to just jack up the prices on the fans. Like sheep and lemmings, you know, I won't be there. I got priced out of it a long time ago.
Well, I mean, I don't know that you're a sheep for wanting to go. I mean, like they kind of got you by the gonads, right? I mean, they're winning, right? It's okay if you're winning. Like people are going to want to go, and they've been selling out that stadium. It's full every week, and if you don't want to go, he's banking on the demand is such that they'll find other people to pay those prices and pay no more.
Sure. But if they don't win, there aren't going to be a lot of people there. That's the one power we do have.
You know, I guess if you want to be an optimist, it shows confidence in the product, right? He's confident that they are going to win and that the demand is going to continue to stay high.
Danny
Dollars.
Danielson.
Yep.
Wow. 4%, huh? Moderate
4% increase.
Yeah.
What was the 10%? Is that a more than moderate, or like 10%
severe?
Is quite a lot.
Is that severe?
Sharp price increase.
10% sharp, I would say.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty sharp.
But now the people that get me are the ones the people who have had their season tickets grandfathered to them through like 2 different generations.
They're getting rid of that.
Yeah.
That's just about all gone now.
I think it should.
You think it should?
It should absolutely not. You should not be allowed to get grandfathered into that. And he's thinking like that is what got us Tyler Summit and Victor Ash's 1-year-old granddaughter, the state of Tennessee on the hook for the 2 of them for a massive pension for the rest of their lives.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with you there, but a promise is a promise, some would say. And
yeah, well, you're
that's
alive.
on UT for making it.
I don't think did Tennessee ever, is there any verbiage in any of these contracts where they said you can continue to pass these tickets down at this price generation after generation? I mean, just use some damn common sense. That's not going to happen.
Well, I don't have those documents in front of me, but I feel like for the stadium, there was a group of people 2 or 3 years ago who felt like they did have that, like they had that in writing from Bob Woodruff, and I guess it didn't stand up in the courts.
Let's see how it could. I mean,
Well, what about the 80-year-old man from Clinton who had his basketball tickets?
That one's different because he's still
roof.
alive. It's not like he's passed them on to his heirs like that. I think they probably ought to honor that. I mean, you got to figure, how old was it? 80 something.
Yeah.
How much longer is that guy going to be around?
Yeah.
Just let him have it for the next few years. Odds are he won't be around, and then you can jack up the price, Dan.
Well, speaking of jacking up the prices, of course, prices not going down anywhere, and the cost of doing business, and the Big Ten and the SEC. Never enough for these guys, right? Ross Dellinger over the weekend with a report at Yahoo Sports the Big Ten, they've kind of been rebuffed by the SEC, and we can't come to an agreement on the 8 versus 9 game regular season, can't come to an agreement on a playoff proposal. Big Ten wants automatic qualifiers. The SEC, rightly, in my opinion, just wants to seed it, straight seeding model, 1 through 16. The Big Ten is apparently not content with just 5 automatic qualifiers in a 16-team playoff, is now floating multiple 20-plus team college football playoff models.
Yeah, it's asinine.
From the Big Ten. Yahoo and ESPN reporting on this over the weekend. They feature as many as 7 automatic qualifiers each for the SEC and the Big Ten, 5 for the ACC and Big 12, and then 2 for the group of 6 and 2 at-large programs. 2014 college football playoff.
Do you think, I wondered, because now remember, Sankey wanted to expand the basketball tournament. Big Ten said they weren't about it. And I wonder if this is just pettiness between the two conferences, because there's no way in hell anybody thinks that the playoffs should go past 16.
Well, this is where the Big Ten, I think, is making a key strategic blunder, is they are not taking into account the fans at all. I think Sankey, for all his faults, realizes we're crazy down here in the SEC, and he's smart enough to read the room and say, like, nobody wants the 20-plus team college football playoff model and the automatic qualifiers and all that. I think what the Big Ten is trying to do is run an end around the SEC right now. And I think they're trying to draw in the ACC and the Big 12 and even the group of 6 schools into their game, saying, look, we'll extend the automatic qualifiers for you. You'll get 5 teams, ACC, Big 12. That's almost half your respective leagues. We'll let the group of 6 play in. I think they're hoping that those leagues will jump at that and pressure
just to guarantee themselves
the SEC into it. The problem is, I don't even think fans of the ACC programs want a system like this. I mean, this is just a money grab by the Big Ten trying to guarantee as much money for themselves. This, by the way, would be the end of the conference championship games. Maybe you like that, maybe you don't, but that would be another big change in all of this. I just think, I mean, we've gone from like at a 2014 playoff at that point, what's special?
Nothing
about being in the college football playoff if South Florida and BYU and teams of that ilk are in it every single year?
I mean, not only that, I mean, what's special about it if you've got a 7-5 or an 8-4, middle of the pack, SEC, Big 10, ACC, Big 12 team that sneaks into it gets in under that scenario. You want to talk about, they're always quick to talk about how the regular season doesn't matter and this and that. And I feel like that would definitely come into play then. It would de-emphasize regular. If you're just going to let everybody into it.
Yeah. It feels like they're kind of doing the opposite and trying to get rid of what makes college football one of the most special sports. And that's because the regular season matters more in college football than it does in any other professional sport. Like one loss and you're done. It's almost like it's boxing or UFC in that way, where you can't lose a game. And that's kind of the awesome thing about college football that it has over stuff like the NFL or the NBA. And if they just keep expanding the playoff, they're going to lose that edge.
Well, the Big Ten has become a bad idea factory.
Yeah.
And, take territorial disputes out of it. Like, I don't like anything that I'm seeing coming out of that group as far as ideas for the sport.
Right.
First of all, they're the ones that blew this thing up by bringing in USC and UCLA. And you could talk about, the SEC fired the first shot with Oklahoma and Texas. That made geographic sense somewhat.
There's no sense about killing. I mean, they killed the Pac-12.
You killed the Pac-12. You've made a geographic mess of your own league. And now you want to tell everybody else how this, and keep in mind, like, they were the impediment to playoff to the playoff for decades with their insistence upon the Rose Bowl starting at 4 p.m. Eastern and being played by the Big Ten champion and the Pac-12 champion. And now that they've killed off the Pac-12 and
they ruined that,
like it's like these people don't care about the tradition of this sport at all.
No,
anymore, and nothing is sacred. And I just think this would be an absolute disaster. But if I'll tell you what, those Big Ten people can show the SEC and the ACC, the Big 12, these other leagues, that there's a ton of money in it for them, there's a chance it could happen. Yeah. Because that's the only thing that speaks to these people.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I feel like people would raise a pretty big stand. I think that thing's dead on arrival. Who was in the Rose Bowl? Like, how do they do that now? Because they can't take two teams from the same conference. Or can they?
Well, it's been part of the playoff.
Yeah.
That's true.
The Rose Bowl was Oregon and Ohio State last year.
Mm-hmm.
So they pretty much got their traditional. Just
kind of, yeah, when you think about it.
But on accident.
Yeah. The way they used to do it, I mean, in the 14 playoff, Rose Bowl wouldn't be a CFP game every year. It would rotate, then it would just be the Big 12.
Was it Georgia and
the Big 10
Oklahoma one year?
Yeah, that was one year, and then
Bama, Michigan was the Rose Bowl game. The year Michigan won the title.
But then they, when it went in the playoff, they reverted back to their traditional Pac-12 Big 10. So I don't know. We'll be lucky if they don't completely destroy college sports before this is all over and done with in the name of the almighty dollar.
Yeah, I don't like it, man. Bad idea factory. That's what the Big Ten has become. All right, stay with us. Jace will have your top 4 at 4 when we continue on many of these Fan Run affiliates. Back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Are you ready to make your dream home a reality? Hi, I'm Bo Kregner, and here at the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, we know that finding the perfect home is more than just a transaction. It's about finding your sanctuary, your future, your happiness. Our team is dedicated to guiding you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth and stress-free journey towards home ownership. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, we're here to help. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or just visit us online at bonowshouses.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through. And if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. In football and life, you need a solid defense to protect what matters most. That's where Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee comes in. Score peace of mind with Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. They're your line of defense. FBITN.com.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown.
Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols. I'm here to be that line of defense for all your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871 and go Vols.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. Fan Run Radio on the Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by Matlock Tire and Auto Service. Jace Brown, what do you got?
Thank you. At number 1, Tennessee senior Joey Aguilar has won the starting quarterback job. Multiple sources have confirmed to VolQuest last night. Aguilar has been battling redshirt freshman Jake Merklinger and freshman George McIntyre for the spot throughout fall camp, which ended Sunday evening with a walkthrough practice in Neyland Stadium and a team meeting. Aguilar had his best scrimmage to date as of all on Friday morning, showing he was clearly more comfortable with the offense.
You think Merck's going to be all right with this, be a good teammate, or do we have to worry about him bolting?
I mean, if it was obvious behind closed doors and like Aguilar was clearly the better guy and won the job, which it sounds like is the case, then I would think that he would at least accept, you know, even if he's thinking I'm out of here after the season, it's
Just
like,
to be-
yeah, you can't leave now. So it's like, hey man, like I lost out in a quarterback competition to a veteran guy who's got 2 years of starting experience at Appy State. Like there's no shame in that. I'm going to work hard here and be the backup and try to develop this season and take advantage of the because he's going to play in blowouts, and God forbid something happens to Joey, like he would probably get be the starter at that point. So yeah, I mean, I think he'll be fine for this season. I do wonder what happens after the season.
Yeah. The other thing that it occurred to me, I mean, we had the basketball player that left middle of the season, pretty much.
Feels like it's a little different.
Cam Carr.
I don't see that.
I don't see any benefit to him leaving. And, you know, you do worry. It's like, okay, is this time next year? Like, surely if Merck bolts and it's Faison against George, like here's what I'm again, best case scenario, Aguilar goes out there and lights it up this year.
Right.
If that happens and I'm Heupel, I'm right back in the portal looking for another short-term starter next year that hopefully come in and have spring practice as well and just be the guy. Do you really want to go into next season knowing that you're going to have an inexperienced freshman quarterback at the helm?
Yeah, but I mean, is McIntyre going to hang around if you do that? Does it be going into his second year? I think you'll probably.
I don't know, but at a certain point, like you can't go and you can't go into every. Well, I hope this guy who's like a year or two away, like you just got to go for it, man. I mean, look at Ohio State last year with Will Howard. Look at all these other great transfer quarterbacks, man. I mean, we were at our best with Hendon Hooker out of the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because now we dealt with a 5-star with Nico. We've got, McIntyre was a 5-star until he committed to us and he lost a star. And
I just don't think you can look 2-3 years down the
Brandon.
road. All that, I know you have to for high school recruiting, but for quarterback,
in this league, like just go get your guy, man. Just go get a dude.
At number 2, class of 2026 5-star running back Savion Hyder will make his commitment at 11:15 tomorrow morning and will be choosing between Tennessee, Michigan, Ohio State, and Georgia. Tennessee is very much in the running. On Three's Steve Wiltfong says that the Vols have stayed pretty close with front-runner Michigan, but he also still projects Hyder will be heading to Ann Arbor.
Yeah, so one of the narratives being spun on the message boards is that the Rivals mod from Michigan, who has been following this closely, is helping Hyder set up his announcement on ESPN, which might not be a definitive he's going to Michigan, but probably not a great sign if you're into reading the tea leaves.
Yeah, but I mean, is that actual fact or is that just internet rumors?
I mean, it's on the internet. What do you want me to say?
There's really no telling. I mean, we didn't think the kid we got last week and the week before. What is his name?
Moa.
Yeah, and he ended up picking us.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, well, I don't know. There was a decent bit of Utah smoke around Salisi Moa, so we'll see. It's not done yet. Tennessee hoping for good news at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning.
At number 3, a Vol will be playing at Augusta National next year as sophomore UT golfer Jackson Harrington made a runner-up finish this weekend at the 125th U.S. Amateur Open and has been given an invitation to play in the Masters next April.
Is it going to be the first Vol we've had at the Masters? Did it say that?
It did not say that, no.
I think we've had...
I mean, we've had guys that went, Jim Gallagher played in the Masters. David Skins played in the Masters. I don't know if we've had a guy who played in the Masters while he was going to and playing for Tennessee.
That's pretty cool, though. Tell him
Very cool.
Tell him not to pee in the creek like the Arizona State guy did last year.
When you got to go, you got to go.
You do.
Wasn't there a picture of Steve Spurrier whizzing? Like he
Steve
wasn't even in the
Spurrier?
creek. Well, like not during the turn. Like he was a member or had gotten a
doing
chance to play there, and somebody
That's
snapped a picture of him
I haven't heard of
back.
that.
Back to the cameraman at the edge of the woods,
Looking a
letting her
little
rip.
suspicious. Yeah.
And at number 4, Seattle Mariners outfielder Victor Robles was ejected from a minor league game during a rehab assignment with AAA Tacoma on Sunday after he was nearly hit by an inside pitch and tossed his bat at the pitcher. Las Vegas starter Joey Estes' first pitch to Robles in the 3rd inning was inside, and Robles whacked at it to avoid getting hit. After taking a few steps behind the plate and dropping his bat, Robles picked up the bat and threw it in Estes' direction and was immediately ejected from the game by plate umpire Joe McCarthy.
Wasn't who was the guy in the Wayback Machine Bear? Juan Marichal, I believe.
Ooh, yeah.
Didn't he throw a bat at a guy or something?
He might have.
I saw the video of this last night. The thing that makes it so egregious for the batter is he swung at the pitch.
Oh, man.
He swings at the pitch that hits him.
He gets called out on it.
And then he throws his bat at the guy. I don't know if he's called out or not. Like he swings, the ball hits him like kind of in the chest.
Yeah.
And then he just flings his bat. Which
Imagine
of course
it hurt.
Sets off a melee. It's like, dude, you be mad at yourself. You swung at the terrible pitch.
Yeah, you can turn your back towards it.
Yeah, but I wonder if he hadn't swung, if it would have hit him. He'd bring his body around into
I
the
mean,
path
whose fault
of
is
it.
that?
His. Ultimately, you can't throw bats at people.
No, it's frowned upon.
Although, there have been some incidents. If I'm in the major leagues, say, for instance, a Vol, Ben Joyce comes up high at my head, I'm probably going to talk to him about it. I'm not going to be very pleased.
That's what he wants you to do. It's getting in your head, controlling the inside of the plate.
I don't know. They always say like the guys who are wild, like Randy Johnson and like Bob Gibson, like you don't want to talk to those guys. Like that was part of their things, that they're intimidating you, and if you talk back, it's only going to make it worse.
The Gibson stories some of those stories are just wild. Like old heads, they do not, don't challenge him.
Yeah.
He'll hit you in the head.
Yeah, it's a man's game. By the way, speaking of Vols, Drew Gilbert with his first home run at the big league.
All that.
Yeah, he damn near put that thing in the drink, didn't he?
You got all of that one. All right, good stuff, Jace. That is the top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by our friends at Matlock Tire and Auto Service, with 5 locations to serve you here in East Tennessee: Farragut, Lenoir City, Maryville, Athens, and Hardin Valley. Matlock Tire and Auto Service since 1953, getting it done every single day for those of us in East Tennessee who need good quality tires, who need good oil change, good service on their cars. They are the home of the price match guarantee. That means you can bring in any competitor's ad and they'll match the exact same tire for the exact same price at Matlock Tire and Auto Service. That's how they go the extra mile for you. Visit them online at matlocktireservice.com to schedule your appointment. Be sure to tell them you heard us talking about it right here on Fan Run Radio. Get set to go to the phones for the first time here this afternoon. A lot to talk about. We've got Tennessee naming a quarterback. We've got Syracuse naming a quarterback. We've got the Big Ten trying to push their idiotic ideas on the rest of us. We've got Danny White already raising the prices for next year season ticket buyers. 2026 season tickets going up 4%, according to an email received by.
Is that football tickets or tickets across the board?
Football tickets.
Okay.
And a couple of other things up for grabs for you as well. Danny White had a lot to say over the weekend. Did anybody see the interview he did with VolQuest?
I didn't read the whole thing. I heard about it, though.
He said that UT looked at adding a third deck to Neyland Stadium.
Yeah. I'm all in.
Idiotic.
Let's do it.
Why I said idiotic? Why are you hating? Can you imagine those renderings, Bear?
That's all you care about. You don't even really want the third deck. You just want
I'm
to
not
see
sitting up
drawings
there in the clouds trying to watch a football game, but can you imagine?
Yeah, and it sounds absolutely and utterly terrifying. It's a very steep stadium. It's one of the things that makes it so damn loud because we're right on top of the field and it goes up instead of out.
He said that when he first got here, they were only selling 80,000 season tickets. And he said that the thought was reduce capacity to about 80,000, more premium areas, and that was the way to go. Of course, since 2022, we've been selling it out.
Yeah.
And he said that he thinks we could sell out Neyland Stadium at up to 130,000 seats.
That puts it up near Bristol.
Oh my God.
And it would be about that tall. I don't know. The premium seating, I feel like, especially the one over there on Millionaires Row, the jewelry rattling people. I mean, you see it during the game. There won't be anybody sitting there. They'll all be down in the club underneath, whatever.
It's all company seats too.
And once the other team gets, the opponent's team, if they can make it out of the end zone, it's not as intimidating and it's not as loud out there towards midfield.
Well, you know what it would be? That third deck would be the student section.
Well, yeah.
That would be a grandstand, but you'd have 40,000 students sitting up there in the sky, and then they take what the student section is now and reapportion that to premium. Yeah, you'd have
telling you right now,
hammocks and women like fanning you with palm trees, feeding you grapes while you watch a game.
I mean, I'm surprised some of the student seats have remained student seats this long. Like down there in E, D. I mean, those are primo seats.
Mm-hmm.
So you say no to further Neyland Stadium expansion.
No.
Jace Brown's all for it.
I'm all in. I'm all for building just a huge
130,000 seats,
How much
just a
would that
third deck,
cost?
a wall. You have to tear down one of the press boxes, right?
That, or you just build
around
the
it?
south end zone. You just move
oh,
the scoreboard up, That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know, man. I imagine that would be incredibly cost prohibitive.
Yeah.
To add,
well, I think that's what they found. But they did a study. They ran a study about adding a third deck.
I don't know. All I know is that area of campus is riddled, absolutely riddled with limestone like caverns. We've all heard the stories about the arena when they built it and the biblical amount of concrete they had to pour into that hole in the ground. I don't know. There's a lot of layers underneath, or a lot of stuff underneath the stadium. Most people don't. Have you ever been down in there? You'll talk about one of the spookiest places on the planet. If you get down into underneath Neyland.
Isn't that where the body farm is?
No,
like
the body
underneath
farm
the
is across
field?
the river. Like in those offices.
Those aren't there anymore, bro.
What's down there now?
And the South Hall,
Yeah.
that's gone.
What's in there?
They tore,
Nothing?
they're just expanding the concourse and everything. They tore all that out.
No, under.
Like
Where
directly
they used to
under
keep,
the
where they
field?
kept to collect the anthropology department.
That's gone.
All those bones are gone.
Well, they're not bones in there. They had offices and stuff. They didn't have actual.
They had bones. It's not the body farm, but they definitely had bones in there.
I don't know. It's gone, man.
That was one of the things they used. The Ole Miss people used on poor old Michael Orr.
I think there's still some of the old stuff on the east side of the stadium, like under there. But yeah, South Stadium Hall is gone.
You ever been to the body farm?
I have not.
My brother worked there when he was at UT. So it was pretty weird. Just be walking and look over, and there's some dead guy in a car.
Well, they kind of got to simulate it. That's what it's for. you know?
Phil is next. Good afternoon, Phil. You're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
What's right, dude?
Hey, Philly.
And Bear Bryant doing?
Doing well. Hope you are.
I remember I had the classes in East Stadium Hall, biology.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You can hear the band play in the morning.
Yeah, I think those were the good old days, weren't they, Phil?
Yeah, it was. But yeah, it's not the good old days anymore. It's all about money now. We'll get that money back in, but I mean, it's just you got $250 million revenue over there, and they can't even go to playoff. I mean, what's going on?
Well, they went to the playoff.
Well, they're not going to go this year.
You don't know that.
Well, I bet the odds are they're not.
Probably not, but we'll let it play out here. You know, that's the you announced the Adidas deal. Oh, we're getting all this money. You announced the ticket increase the next week. I mean, if you throw up a 7-5, all of a sudden, then you've got some grumbling going on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, it's one thing for you to call in and grumble, Phil. No offense, but I don't know that moves the needle all that much. But it's like, how many grumbling phone calls does the UT ticket office receive when they're going through all this if Tennessee struggles on the field this fall?
Well, I'd say there'll be several of them will probably will. But you got a lot of the dumbest fan base in America that won't just keep renewing it and going back and taking more.
Well, I mean, as long as folks keep paying it, I think they're going to keep charging it. It's the way this usually works.
Yeah, like Alabama or Georgia, though, I'm like, good Lord, let's dominate it. We've never done, even when Fulmer's here, we didn't dominate. We've never dominated my lifetime.
What would you consider dominating? Like what Georgia's doing right now?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to take some of this money and invest it in the players. I mean, we talk about Tristan Keys and Savion Hyder. I mean, that's how Georgia dominates. That's how Alabama dominated, is they didn't just sniff around and get one or two of those guys a year, right? I mean, they were routinely signing 5 or 6 superstars in every single signing class. And then that's how they were loaded with them. And Tennessee's just not been in that realm. So that would be how they make that jump.
The only positive thing about our quarterback situation is there's a lot of unknowns in the SEC this year. Bama's got a new quarterback. Georgia's got a new quarterback. I'd say most of the league has new quarterbacks. except for about 3 or 4 teams.
Lots of new QBs. Ole Miss has got a new one. And the schedule works out for you. I mean, Tennessee has one of the easiest schedules for the SEC.
Yeah.
In this league right now, it's they only play, I think, 4 teams that are ranked in the preseason top 25s. You got some teams that are playing 7 or 8 of those games this year. So you do have some things that are working in your favor here.
Did you see where Clarence Massamba got in town yesterday?
Yes. Yes.
They're looking at athlete on the film I've seen on him. I don't know if he's how good a player he'll be. We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, everything I've heard about on that kid, Phil, is maybe a bit of a project, maybe needs some time to develop. He's getting here late, which could, hinder his ability to get playing time this season. But he's a guy that, if he sticks it out, could be a nice player down the road.
Yeah. But they do need a shooting guard, don't they?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, there's
and the kid from Israel is still on the national team now, right?
Yeah, he made the Israeli national team that's going to play in the FIBA World Championships.
Yes.
So he's got another month or so before he even joins, which, I mean, he's going to be much older and more physical and everything like that. But, it's going to be interesting to see who takes over that position because it's kind of wide open right now.
We're talking about football pricing everything out. Well, basketball's doing the same thing, and then baseball's doing it right now too. As soon as that new stadium's completed, then it's nothing but the rich fat cats will be over there.
Don't suck the soul out of Lindsey Nelson Stadium.
Yeah. Well, at least you got a good coach, though. See you.
Thank you, Phil. You got good coaches in all these sports.
Mm-hmm.
This is Rick Barnes, chopped liver.
Yeah, I hear he's still pretty good.
I think so.
Hear this Josh Heupel guy has done some stuff past couple years.
30 wins in 3 years.
I say that's not that bad.
Stay with us. The Drive continues. It's Fan Run Radio. More of your phone calls coming up.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Attention service members and veterans. Introducing the Griffin Law Firm, your trusted ally in military legal matters. From court martials to benefit claims, at Griffin Law, your mission is their mission. Here's VFL Marshall Griffin.
As a veteran and retired military attorney, I've successfully defended lifelong benefits and helped preserve professional futures. So I know that when you hire a military justice lawyer, you maximize your chance to get relief. With my unique experience, I can advocate for you because there's no military matter that's too big or too small. Let us help you make these critical decisions that could affect the rest of your life. Remain silent. Request counsel. Call Griffin Law.
For a free consultation, call 888-707-4282. That's 888-707-4282. Or just visit griffinlawdefense.com.
Hey, Knoxville. Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Your smile is one of the first things people notice, so why not make it unforgettable? At Knoxville Smiles, we believe everyone deserves a smile they're proud to show off, whether it's time for a routine checkup, a professional cleaning, or something more advanced like teeth whitening or veneers. Our expert team is here for you. We use the latest technology to provide the highest quality care in a comfortable, friendly environment. At Knoxville Smiles, we don't just treat teeth, we treat people. Our goal is to make every visit as stress-free and pleasant as possible. So if you've been putting off your next dental visit, now's the perfect time to take the next step towards a healthier, brighter smile. Give us a call at 865-539-1776 to schedule your appointment. That's 865-539-1776. Or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Good afternoon. Still working with a couple of wrecks out here the last few minutes. Got heavier now. I-40 West at 17th Street. All that traffic leaving downtown, making its way back out towards the West Knoxville area. Stop and go out there in West Knoxville, especially up and down. Sections of Kingston Pike in the Bearden area and sections of Kingston Pike and Farragut there at Concord Road. If your check engine light comes on, just Google search Knuckle Busters Amco Knoxville. Amco, serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
On a Monday afternoon, 865-966-3435, your number if you want to chime in, 865-966-3435. We're on 105.7 FM, 1340 AM in Knoxville, streaming live at fanrunradio.com and your free Fan Run app. A variety of ways for you to experience the program. We have a podcast available wherever you listen to podcasts. We have been doing this since 2010. Been doing that podcast since about 2011, 2012. Tell the story all the time. I remember the station made us start doing it, and it was like because it would take forever to load. You'd have to record it, and then somehow it was my responsibility. I had to go back into the production room at the old WNOX studios and upload it to the computer and then send it out. Process which added like another half hour to my day.
Do you have to do it in real time?
What do you mean?
Like record it and then up? I may be getting confused here about the process. Anyhow, go ahead.
Yeah, it added like half an hour to my day, and I wasn't very excited about it. And like when we first started doing it, like the beautiful thing about podcasts is you can see exactly how many people listen to it. And like for the first 6 months or so, it's like 11 people, 12 people listening to an hour of the podcast. I'm like, why am I doing this? This is a complete waste of time. And of course, like within a year, that had grown to several hundred. And now it's this behemoth. It's the way like so many people listen to the show. And God forbid we should mess up anything on that podcast, missed a single solitary second of the podcast.
Those people.
Like people they will grab the pitchforks.
We'll hear it.
Then the torches, the knives, and yeah, they will be mad if they miss their podcast too. Shout out to you podcast people listening in the future. We appreciate you however you choose to listen to the show. Some random guy is next. What's up, Rando?
Hey, guys. Athletic department burner account Richard G. West seems to think that the Tristan Keys thing is a lock based on what he was saying yesterday.
Oh, well, I mean, if Big Dick West puts it out there, then you can take it to the bank as far as I'm concerned.
Richard Gonads West. He does not miss anymore. It's funny, he used to be a parody account, but I swear to God, I don't say that lightly. I think he's actually somebody connected to or actually inside the department. Because
you think he's a Vol, a UT Athletics deep throat?
I think
He's
he
Mark
absolutely
Felt.
is, or he is somebody connected to somebody. Yeah, the last year or so, he has not missed with a single thing he has said. So take that for what it's worth. But he did tweet out a GIF of a set of keys dropping from one hand to another hand yesterday. So I think Keys is maybe a done deal. I'm going to be shocked if we get Hyder. I really would like to get Hyder, but I think Keys is the more important piece to what we need. Kind of what you guys were saying earlier is you can make that offense go with a 4-star running back. You don't have to have one. I would love to have one, but I think the 5-star wide receiver is the bigger get for what we need. As speaking of what we need, we do need somebody who can connect on some deep passes. And if Joey Swags can just hit on a few of those, that offense could take a massive step forward this year. That's really what held us back last year, I think. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of breakdowns out there in internet world about, all the deep shots that Tennessee missed, all the things that Nico could have done better. Those things are out there for Joe as well. And yeah, I mean, if you got a quarterback that can stand in there and make an accurate throw, we had a lot of plays to be made the past 2 seasons. I don't know that Joey's going to be able to do it, but it's kind of fun to go into the season with a fresh slate.
Yeah.
A clean slate. We can all hope, right? We can hope that he can make those throws.
How hyped up? But I mean, I think we probably talked about it already. I think we did. How hyped up would we be right now if Nico hadn't pulled what he pulled? We'd be thinking, what, 10-2?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be pretty hyped up. That's what I said on Bob's show earlier today. I feel like it'd be right back where it was at 9.5 wins instead of 8.5.
Yep. And what do we do if Mommy and Daddy can't come to an agreement on the playoffs? Because the Big Ten's just an unreliable business partner at this point. It's just, I mean, how long do we have to hash out a deal realistically? I'm actually asking that legitimately. What do we have, a year and a half?
Well, the SEC has shown with their own scheduling thing that they'll continue to kick the can down the road a year or two at a time for as long as it takes. And this is where I think Sankey is so much better at this than whoever is his negotiating partner of the Big Ten, is that all this Big Ten stuff leaks, right? This thing leaked over the weekend and everybody's hating on it. You don't think that Greg Sankey isn't quietly making his own play at an end around to the Big 12 and the ACC to get them on his side of whatever he wants to do? He's absolutely doing that. You just don't hear about it because he's better at what he does and it doesn't leak out. So he's got his own plans and his own thoughts about how all this stuff should work. And, I doubt that it's perfect, but it can't be any worse than these idiotic ideas that the Big Ten is throwing out there.
Well, last thing on my way out the door, I know it's time for Champions League, and true hockey player fashion, I have not trimmed or shaved my beard in the last 2 weeks. So I'm getting the Grizzly Adams look ready to go, and I am ready to go when you guys are ready to go. We'll talk to y'all soon.
All right, first round of Champions League is tomorrow afternoon.
I will contact tomorrow's competitors.
What if we did a draw?
It's a really bad idea.
A draw would be great.
It's very rare for you to come up with just a really bad idea.
Why is it a bad idea?
I'll explain to you off the air.
Explain to me on the air. I want to know.
It's just that's a really bad idea. Do you want to end up getting what we had on our last qualifying day? If you start doing a crazy draw, you'll end up with your 3 bet. No, this is exactly what happened with college football playoff last year.
Well,
bad matchups.
If you want to seed them, how are you going to seed them?
I'll do it the same way I do it every year. It's the one thing that I have been successful about. You are creating a problem, whatever the saying is. You're creating a problem in search of a solution.
To me, they're all good, right?
Can we not just do it the way we've done it?
What is the way we've been doing it?
We might have it better. This will be good for the show.
There was not. It's the hottest game show on Knoxville Sports Radio.
Wait, so you seed it yourself? Is that how we seed them?
Yeah. I take care of it. Okay.
Bear wants to.
I've been impartial on it for several years now.
Oh, yeah.
Thought there was nothing more impartial than chance.
I feel like this is actually calling into question the integrity of the game.
Now that I know that Bear is the only one seeding.
You know what? You haven't been here for this thing. Don't start attacking me now. Okay?
Quick,
sit over there and
calm down, please. That's quick show of hands here. What do you think would be more fun for the show and for the game? Jace writes down. We got 9 winners, right?
Yes.
He writes down 9 names on 9 slips of paper. We put those into a hat. We do a lot. Hold on, just let me finish.
I've heard this 3 times today.
We do a live draw on the show, just like a fantasy football draft, right? or we let Bear surreptitiously decide.
No. See, you're gaslighting me, and this is just a pile of crap. It's typical of you, completely typical.
Why do you care?
Why do I care? Because it's the one thing I get to do with this game. You want to take this away, then you can call all these people. You can organize the whole damn thing, and I'm done with it. I'll sit over here and push your stupid buttons.
If you don't get to
life.
seed, however if you
No,
don't
it's just
get to
you're
control
just-
who
you
plays the
got-
game when.
You're just like I said, man. You are
Jason,
creating a problem.
weigh in
just
here.
to-
What
just to
do
have
you
a
think would be
solution.
better?
I think for entertainment purposes, drawing out of the hat would be fun, but I think I know what Bear is talking about. I've seen like what he does for the seeding, and it is a smart decision. It eliminates, having the championship in, the semifinals. It eliminates that.
Sometimes you get put in the group of death.
You have no idea, Walker. Were you even aware of this game?
Calm
4
down.
weeks
Nobody
ago?
puts Walker in a corner.
Oh,
Just
I
everybody
will.
gets to
What are you
have
gonna
their
do?
say. Everybody gets to have their say.
There's a
just
difference
calm
between having
down.
your say.
This
There's a
is why I
difference
don't
between
trust
having
you.
your
You get
say.
so emotional about this.
Well, it's because you're a jerk about this.
It's just
Everybody
calm
has their
down.
say. The only time
Just
he's
calm
just
down.
he's,
It's just
he
a
is
game.
just pouring gas on it.
It's just a game.
I
buddy.
I'm
think he's
giving you
passionate-
everything. You can deal with all this stuff then.
So
all the crap. All you want to
just
do
calm down,
is host the damn
buddy.
thing and have all the glory of it. But then I have to
All
do all
the
the damn
glory.
work. I have to do all the damn
You
work.
have to do all the work. You have no idea what I do for this game.
Yeah, I do, because
No,
sometimes
I-
you don't do it very well,
Oh
and it's pretty damn obvious to everybody. Had some people, have kept it from you.
Yeah.
People not happy about your clue giving.
All right, well, we'll let Bear seed it so he doesn't take his ball and go home. But I feel like a live draw, which is what they do in Champions League, by the way.
That is how they do it.
Like that would actually
I
be
don't care
more
what
fitting.
they do in Champions League. This isn't Champions League. This is what
It's
you're
actually
talking
we're
about.
making if your complaint is that you have to do all kinds of work for this, we're actually taking.
I've
some
never
of this out of
complained
your,
about it.
You're
I'm
doing
just
it
a-
right now.
No, what I'm telling
you just did.
What I'm telling you.
You're doing it right now.
Can I speak? What I'm telling you is, if you're going to take the
God.
last little bit of anything I have to do with this game, then you can have it all. The stuff that you don't want to do, which is a bunch of phone calls
Walker do
and
it.
setting all this stuff up. Oh, I see what you're getting at now. Yeah.
Yes, it's an anti-Bear
Yeah.
conspiracy.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Get your boy to do everything. Me and Jace know you guys are related, by the way. We talked about it during the
This is a
show
cabal.
today.
This is a cabal.
You're exactly right, Jace. Confederacy of dunces over there on that side of the class.
You're gonna have to prove that one.
I don't have to
I need to
prove
see some
nothing.
proof.
Okay? I don't have to prove a damn thing.
Here, I thought we were innocent until
No,
proven guilty.
you're not.
It's a shame.
Keep flapping your
It's a
gums.
shame.
Yep.
All I did was
Yeah, I
ask
know.
how it was
Yeah.
seeded.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
know.
did.
You're right. You're absolutely right as always, Walker. You know everything.
Usually, I mean, the hour and a half into the week is pretty early for the Bear obligatory meltdown on air. Like
Yeah.
this will be an interesting week. If
I
this
knew
is
this
any-
was a dumb idea when you talked to me about it before the show today.
We haven't talked about it.
We talked about it this morning.
I texted you.
I thought we talked about it.
No.
Well, you texted me and I immediately texted back, capital N, capital O, no.
Yeah, but I thought you might have a good reason. Not, I just want to keep control of this one little shred.
Well,
of
no,
the one
what
thing
I'm-
I have to do.
No, what it really boils down to is
Okay,
that's a
here's-
good way to have your the three best qualifiers in one thing.
Well, how do you determine that?
What they scored in the first round.
I go back and look, and I try and
If,
balance.
if we
it
put
out
all
to
the
make it
people,
fair.
yeah, if we put all the people that score 15 in the first round of Champions League, then the rest borderline could be stinkers.
But you're not weighing like how difficult the draws were for those particular winners. Like most of the people who won were 14s or 15s, correct? There's
we,
only
we had several 12s. We had a 9.
Yeah, 9. That was incredible.
That's just tell you about the
okay.
field.
So where are you going to put the guy who made a 9
against the top player?
Well, that's not fair.
It is.
You'll sprinkle in. You've got the top. Those are your 3 1 seeds. And you got 3 2 seeds, and then you got the dummies down there at number 3. The guys that just called in on a day where everybody had a bad day and squeezed out.
See,
like
this
an 8 or
this
9.
is why, I mean, again, you get very emotional about this stuff. You're going to be going through this saying, well, that guy's a dummy.
No.
Like, that's not the way the
I
NCAA
don't.
selection committee looks at this. You got to look at this through
I mean,
unbiased eyes.
they haven't all been 15s, bro.
I feel like you have called into question the entire integrity. All these
You're
people
the
right now.
ones. You're the one who's called
How about
into
this?
question my
How about
integrity,
this?
big boy.
How about this? How about we ask the people who are in Champions League what they want?
Because just in Champions League?
Yeah. There's 9 of them, right? How about we let them decide?
No. I'm not going to go for that. No, we're doing it the way we're doing it the way we've always done it, Russ. You're not changing the rules midstream, mid-tournament. You want to look at doing that next year?
We do that
That's
every
well
year.
And fine. But we're doing it my way. I'm putting my foot down.
Why would it be bad to give them a say?
It's
because they might decide to do what you don't want them to do.
No, I mean, you put everything up to a vote, and people like voting against me because they think your dumb ass is funny when you do this stuff, even when you're just intentionally trying to piss me off. And an hour and a half in, are you really that bored on a Monday that you wanted to piss me off this bad?
No, I just wanted to do something that would be really
you
fun
just
for
had
the
an
show.
idea, and
That's
just like
all.
everything else,
That's
anytime
all.
you have an idea, by God, we're going to do it. Let me have an idea. Never hear about it again. It's shelved.
Oh my God.
Been dealing with you for 10 damn years now.
Look,
Your
I will
insanity.
concede that your way of seeding it is probably like better for the integrity of the game. I'm just saying for entertainment purposes, which is really what that's what kind of what we do here, trying to draw an audience, make the show as good as possible. Like, I think a draw would be really cool.
I
That's my only point.
I cannot let you soil the integrity of what you're talking about. You just admitted that my way is probably the most fair way. And
No,
we're
no,
not going to
no.
change it midstream, dude. We're not changing it 2 days, the day before we start Champions League.
Because we never do that. We never just make stuff up as we go along.
Not in the middle of what you're talking about. We got rules are rules, dude. You want to change the rules after this year's edition? Be my guest.
All right, so I mean, we're stuck here. Like, Bear and Jace want to seed. Walker and I want to draw.
Walker's just going to agree with anything you say, dude. Give me a break.
The draw is just a fun idea. It's also just closer to soccer, and I will always vote for that.
That's why I think you're a communist.
Well, that's
the truth.
Pots and kettles and all of that stuff.
I'm not a communist.
You can't talk to him when he gets this way. He's
he's
lost all ability to reason.
He's sitting there just in the damn gorilla cage, just poking. Oh, look at this thing! This thing's getting mad. Everybody, look at this! And here in about 3 seconds, when you're holding your head in your lap with your hands, you're just discombobulated heads, just sitting there bleeding in your lap
Discombobulated
with all
head?
veins and
You're
tendons and
gonna
stuff
rip
hanging
his
out.
head off?
I might.
You're going to decapitate Walker?
Sure, why not?
Because you'll go to prison for murder, you lunatic.
Get
Listen
away
to
with
yourself.
it. Nobody would believe I do something that macabre.
Listen, you go have a drink of water or something. I want to talk to
Yeah.
Jeremy for a minute and just get a hold of yourself, man. It's just a game. Jeremy, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, y'all should just call Greg Sankey and Tony Petiti, or however you say his name, see what they can figure out about it.
Petiti.
About the game. They can, Petiti. Okay. they can help y'all determine what you need to do. They're so good at, picking for the, college football playoffs and all that. Here a couple years ago, a few years back, Russ, you were talking about how these coaches that we've hired could never get the plane off the ground. They always get it loaded up. They get everybody in it, and they can't get it off the ground. Do you think Hot's going to be able to get this plane off the ground?
As far as like just this season?
Just in general,
I mean, we made the college.
Up in the air.
I mean, you've won 30 games the last 3 years. You went 10-2. You're 2-1 against Alabama the past 3 years. 2-1 against Florida the past 3 years. You went to the college football playoff this last season. I mean, I'd say the plane is off the ground.
Think so? I was thinking about that too, but, I also thought that, if Butch Jones would have been in this area, he would have went to the playoffs too.
I mean, Butch Jones had a chance to go to the playoff in 2016, and he lost to a bunch of he lost at South Carolina. He lost to Vanderbilt. I mean,
he crapped his pants.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Heupel lose to Vanderbilt yet here.
But we did lose to South Carolina, and that was a pretty big blunder. I'm not comparing him to him. I'm just saying in this era, Butch Jones would have went to the playoffs as well.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, Jeremy.
I think he would have found a way, Jeremy, to pee down his leg and blow it.
I'm sure he would have, like he did with everything he touched. I'm not so worried about Joey Aguilar. I think he's going to be fine. My biggest problem is going to be, like we do every year, we always seem to lose some wide receivers to injury. That's my concern. Not having the right backups, not having good quality backups. That's my biggest concern, I think, for this year is if one of those guys go down or two of them go down. All last year, Squirrel White played hurt. The year before that, whatever, Cedric Tillman, he was out. And, so that's my biggest concern is just, hoping that these guys stay healthy. And heck, half of them haven't even practiced yet, have they?
Yeah, I mean,
the receivers have missed a lot of time.
Yeah, I think there's some of those guys are supposed to be back this week. I mean, you make some good points. I mean, that is a question mark. They've got enough. Do you want to see Travis Smith and Rodarius Jackson out there this year in big games? I don't know. I mean, I think those guys are more talented than the backup wide receivers we had last year. So we don't have the depth, but I think those guys could potentially come in and make some plays for you as well. So listen, like, this stuff is in the eye of the beholder. I tend to think things are going on an upward trajectory for Tennessee football right now. You need more players. I mean, that's why we're talking about this Savion Hyde or Tristan Keys situation so much. Is like, these are the kind of guys you got to get. Like, if you want to get to that dominant level, like Phil was talking about a few moments ago, like I think you're talking about, Jeremy, you got to get both of those guys. Like, that's how Alabama and Georgia got to that level. It's like they weren't settling for, oh man, we'll just take a split. We get one of those guys. And that probably costs a lot of money nowadays. But hey, you just signed this big Adidas deal. You just sent out an email saying 4% increase next year for tickets. I think fans are eventually going to start looking at this and say, hey, like, you've got the money over there. Maybe we stop building, all these new stadium clubs and all this stuff and just put that money towards the players.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I'm with, I think Bear said it earlier. He's been priced out years ago, and I have been too. It's ridiculous what they charge over there. On top of that, when you get in there, you can't even afford, to eat or drink anything. You can, but it's, $12 a beer or whatever, and $6 or $7, $8 for a hot dog. So I don't know. I'm sitting here and watch Tennessee football my whole life, and we go through these times where we're good and everything's expensive, and then we're bad. I sit in a lot of games. Pruitt was the coach here, and you look around the stands and there wouldn't be anybody there. And it was cheap. You could get into any game you wanted to for really cheap. So it's what what you want. You want to win, you want to be good, but you also want cheaper prices too. And I just don't think those go hand in hand. But I will say that we're probably one of the highest price tickets there is, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're up there. Jeremy, thanks for the call, man. We got to run. If there is a higher price ticket in college football, I don't want to see it right now because they are getting steep here on Rocky Top. We got to take a quick timeout. Stay with us. Back to wrap up hour number 2 of the show right after this.
The Drive.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hello, is Tina there? Who's this?
Yeah, this is Vince from the hit reality show Wives Don't Tell. Tina applied for our show to confess that her husband won't go to the doctor to get his erectile dysfunction checked. She said she's ready for a guy that can bring the heat.
All right, what the hell is going on? You know you're talking to her husband right now? Tina!
Well, she wrote the application that her man's performance is questionable. She's basically married to a coffee table. She also said, we live within driving distance to Men's Pro Knoxville, but he's too scared to get a blood test.
Oh my, she is done. She is so done.
Gotcha, Mike. It's Nephew Tommy. Ain't no reality show. It's a prank. Men's Pro Knoxville is the real deal, fellas. Local experts, test results in minutes. Call 865-544-8220 or hit men'spro-knoxville.com before your lady books a new co-star. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, and I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at bonowshouses.com.
Good afternoon. Steady flow of traffic spotted right now out here Alcoa Highway southbound. It's only going to get heavier passing UT Medical Center. All that traffic pushing back towards the Blount County area. Steady flow of traffic. Chapman Highway going outbound towards Seymour. Be careful in those nasty curves out there on Chapman Highway before you get out to Seymour as traffic stop and go over here at John Sevier and Asheville Highway. If your check engine light comes on, just Google search Knuckle Busters Amco Knoxville. Amco serving East Tennessee since 1962. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Charlie is next. Hello, Charlie.
What's going on, Russ? How are you?
Hey, doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. As a what you're talking about, Champions League participant, I believe I might fall under the dummies category. I'm not sure. Bear can weigh in if he wants to confirm or deny that.
What was your winning score, Charlie?
It was a 12. It was pretty low.
No, you're not a dummy. You are. That would be considered
a dullard.
No, you're a 2 seed.
I appreciate it. Well, I mean, personally, would love the easiest path possible, but I'm willing to go to bat for Bear here and say that his whatever he does in a dark, smoky room to determine the seating sounds legit.
It usually happens on the Fan Run Radio couch and or chair. I'll just sit there and go through it. All right, I've got everybody's numbers. Just try and keep it as balanced as I can. And we all heard what happened on Friday. Or whenever our last qualifying did. Not to keep knocking those guys, but I mean,
it was a war of attrition.
Brains were gunpowder, though. That 3 couldn't blow their nose, but I mean, it's just is that ugly, Chase?
No, I think you were on par.
Extreme.
No.
Maybe we need to look at it like we're looking at all this playoff expansion. Bring in just the best and the brightest. But,
that's all I'm saying, Charlie.
I'll probably eat my words in a couple days.
It's a bad day for Russ to be. I mean, I'm just finished reading the Big Ten news. I got Russ trying to pull this end around in the middle of the competition. It's ridiculous. You see what I have to put up with?
None of that was true. Like, it's not an end around. We're going straight to the people about it. It's not in the middle of
It's
the
not up to
competition.
them.
It's at the end of the competition. Who says who?
Me.
What do you like? You're not the lord and master of this game.
Oh, really?
Sounds like it.
Yes. I know this may come as a shock to you, but
no.
Well, I'll let y'all figure it out. And
Let's figure it out,
Bear,
Charles.
just remember I'm on your side.
I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, you're too dull to even realize you're being worked. This is why. I mean, like you have the
you calling me stupid.
The corruption.
You're really gonna call me stupid.
The corruption angle here.
There's no corruption.
You just called them a dullard or an idiot or a
I did
dummy.
not. He's a 2 seed. He's not one of the dullards that's in the somehow, some way made champion. There's more than a couple of those. We got 3 of them. I just looked through my notes.
Your notes.
I mean, do you want me to show you?
No.
I'm sure
No,
you don't.
I think we're
because then you couldn't make baseless accusations, dangerous innuendo, and commit yet the 1,000th time character assassination on air against me. By the way, before I forget about it, shout out to Double A. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Double A. He's our guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Birthday.
There's a bunch of his birthday. Give you the notifications. I've got like 8. I know 8 people who have birthdays today.
Yeah, my mom's birthday's today.
Really?
My mom's was yesterday.
By the way, during
happy birthday, moms.
Yeah.
Yep.
During one of the breaks, Jay showed me some pictures of him when he was but a wee lad.
He laughed like loud, cackled.
I'll show you on top of the
Yeah, we'll have to.
You guys
We're
will
gonna have to
too.
see those.
Baby Jace. All right, stay with us. The drive continues. Hour number 3 coming up.
The Drive.
Are you tired of spending hours on laundry and ironing? Let Crown Cleaners handle your dry cleaning so you can handle your business. Our expert team can take care of your clothes, removing stains and wrinkles like they were never there. Whether it's your best suit or everyday attire, we handle it all at Crown Cleaners. Say goodbye to laundry stress and hello to extra free time. Crown Cleaners, Big Orange Country's imperial dry cleaning service since the 1960s. Online at crowncleaners.com.
Hungry for some mouth-watering barbecue? Then take the quick drive up I-75 to Rickard Ridge for some of the best barbecue you'll ever have. Fall off the bone, Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, and fresh hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has something for everyone. Located in Cove Lake State Park with a spectacular view of the Cumberland Mountains, Rickard Ridge. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Check out their full menu and catering options online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account, offering extra benefits including bank travel. Join us for a trip to Mackinac Island for a stay at the beautiful Grand Hotel. Travel with us to southern Utah to witness the enormous, colorful, and unusual rock formations. Or join us on one of our many day trips. We're always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through. And if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for Fan Run Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Monday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Bear, Jason Walker, all hanging out with you on a Monday afternoon. And the Top 5 at 5 is brought to you today by Knoxville Smiles. Jace, hit it.
Thank you. At number 1, Tennessee senior Joey Aguilar has won the starting quarterback job. Multiple sources confirmed to VolQuest last night. Aguilar had been battling redshirt freshman Jake Merklinger and freshman George McIntyre for the spot throughout fall camp, which ended on Sunday with a walkthrough practice in Neyland Stadium and a team meeting. And also, Syracuse made the first week head-to-head matchup battle official, naming Notre Dame transfer quarterback Steve Angeli its starter.
Peanut butter and jelly. We're going to put that guy flat on his back.
Oh, yeah.
Have a big shoe imprint of Joshua Joseph's on his chest.
Something like that. Preferably 1 or 2 interceptions. A lot of QB pressures. He's going to be
after
feeling
peanut butter and jelly.
I want some forced fumbles back there.
You think we'll have a lot of Rocky Toppers down there in Atlanta for that one?
I'm sure.
It'll definitely be more than the Syracusers. I got some family down towards the Atlanta area. They say there are plenty of Vol fans down there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm just wondering, like, is this a big game? I'd say, what do you think? At least 30,000 Tennessee fans in there.
Oh, more than that.
40?
I think. Easily. Yeah.
50?
I mean, how big is that stadium? Like 4,000?
Something like that. And I'm trying to remember. I was there for that. It was one of the first events they had there. And Tennessee played Georgia Tech. And I can't remember. Like, I think it was full, but there were empties at the top.
Yeah.
It was the all-time greatest halftime, one of them. It's Mount Rushmore halftime chat with Russell, halftime of that game.
I think it was like 30 or 40,000 Tennessee fans. They had a great bathroom setup. That was like such an old guy thing to say. Like, I just remember being down there and like being able to quickly run up, use the restroom, be back in my seat, and not miss any action.
Well, there's nothing better.
That's just not an option at Neyland.
No.
There's nothing better than using a brand new restroom facility.
That's very clean in there.
Breaking it in.
Urine and everything all over everything.
It's good.
Yeah. At number 2, the Associated Press released its official preseason All-American teams today. Texas and Penn State led the way with 3 members on each team, but Tennessee cornerback Jerrod McCoy was named to the first team on the defensive side alongside Notre Dame's Leonard Moore.
Do we have any? If they given any more? I don't even know why I'm asking you this. Any more information on McCoy and when they expect him to be back and ready to go?
No, but I did read a really interesting piece. Somebody who covers the Titans did a write-up, or they talked to a orthopedics guy about Kevin Winston Jr., who was the third-round pick, I believe, for the Titans this year out of Penn State. And he tore his ACL at the beginning of last season and ended up like he ran at his pro day back in March, ran like a 4.5 at his pro day.
Which would have been what, around same time frame we're looking at almost with Jamad. When Jamad tear is early January?
Yeah. So, but
right after the game.
Winston, they shut him down this past week. And there's a lot of people like, well, what's that all about? Because he's almost a year out. And so they were walking you through like the general timelines for modern ACL recovery, and with the clear stipulation that everybody's different. Not everybody goes to the same thing, but they're saying like, the first 6 months are like rehab and just learning how to walk and run in a straight line. And then like months 7 to 9 are generally like cutting, and doing stuff. And then like at 9 months, that's when you can go back to play football, generally speaking. Again, not everybody is the same. But for Jermod, 9 months wouldn't be until later next month in late September.
Yeah.
So just because he's back and doing drills and stuff like that doesn't mean that he's like super close to playing. So like it left me questioning. It's like, well, he could play in the season. He could play against Syracuse, and it could be till October.
Yeah,
before you see him. So I don't expect you to be very open about any of that stuff at all. But it is a big deal. He was third team All-American?
No, first team.
First team All-American?
First team, yeah.
Whew. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
At number 3, Joe Flacco will open the season as the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback. The team announced today. Flacco, who is entering his 18th NFL season, will also start in the team's preseason finale against the Los Angeles Rams at home on Saturday. Coach Kevin Stefanski said he would treat the game as a dress rehearsal for the regular season. Flacco didn't play in Cleveland's first 2 preseason games as the Browns entered training camp with a quarterback competition between the 4 contenders of Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and rookies Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders.
Flacco on his backer. Anybody remember that Saturday Night Live sketch with Ted Koppel and about Michael Jackson, Jacko on his backo? No, it's a classic. Anyway, Joe Flacco still out there doing the thing.
Still trying to be elite. Just out there trying to
40
do
years
thing.
old, like he finally
trying to be elite, trying to figure it out.
I mean, he legit is. You guys almost could have been in high school at the same time. This guy's still playing. Feel like you could still play, Russ?
No, but I see him. I see what's old boy from the Royals who pitched in it, Rich Hill.
Yeah.
He's 45. I love seeing the old guys do it. Keep doing it, Joe Flacco. You got another 4 or 5 years left in you, buddy.
Who is I wonder who the oldest. I'm gonna look that up. Who the oldest quarterback was? I want to say it was like Y.A. Tittle.
Hey, like if Flacco, like if this is his, I would love to bring in Flacco as Cam Ward's backup next year. Don't you think he's better than Tim Boyle or whoever we've got? Brandon Allen.
Well, yeah, he's won a Super Bowl.
I would much rather have Flacco.
Yeah. At number 4, Ed Orgeron left LSU at the end of the 2021 season, and he hasn't been on the sideline since. However, the national title-winning coach is looking to get back into the swing of things after a couple of years off. The former Tigers leader joined Barstool Sports' Pardon My Take podcast to dish out his yearning to return to the sport. Quote, "I think it's time," Orgeron stated regarding getting back into coaching football. "I'm feeling it a little bit. Haven't made the decision totally, but I've got my boys settled coaching football now. It's been 4 years since I've been out. I'm getting the itch again."
Yeah, I saw another note that coincidentally his buyout payments from LSU stop in December.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to do anything to, what's the word I'm looking for, to lessen that. Like, I'm pretty sure he had offset language in that contract if he took another job. I don't know. I kind of, as long as he's not here, I think it's kind of fun when he's out there somewhere coaching and talking into a microphone.
I like that.
He's probably not going to be a head coach again. Would he be able to go be D-line coach?
I think he would be. Yeah. I mean, he's got the pedigree, you know.
He just likes he's one of those guys who probably just likes coaching ball.
If you're Louisiana Monroe or a school like that, would you hire him? Would he take that kind of a job?
You don't think I guess he would he work for Kiffin again?
Maybe.
I don't know how things ended between the two of them at SC. I know Big Ed was interim after he got tarmacked.
Those guys put all sorts of stuff behind them. You see Kiffin getting the Florida job and bringing in Ogeron as his hired gun.
I don't like that image.
I don't either.
At number 5, a Canadian man can see again after going blind more than 2 decades ago. He underwent surgery that uses a patient's own tooth to help restore their sight. After going blind nearly 21 years ago, Brent Chapman can see again through his tooth. Chapman is one of 3 people who underwent tooth-in-eye surgery performed by Dr. Greg Maloney and his team in Vancouver for the first time in Canada. It is. Quote, I feel fantastic, Chapman said. Vision comes back and there's a whole new world. All 3 patients can now see to different degrees. The 2-part surgery developed in the 1960s is a last resort for people with severe corneal blindness. It involves removing a patient's tooth, inserting a plastic lens into it, and then stitching the whole thing into the patient's eye socket. Chapman went blind when he was 13, and he's had about 50 procedures done to try to get his vision back. Chapman says he's appreciating the little things now.
Now, let me get this straight. The way you just read it to me, they pull your tooth, they put a lens on it, and they sew that all into your eye socket.
Yep.
Along with is your eyeball still there?
I would imagine not.
Could you imagine just being somewhere and somebody looking at you and they just got a molar?
Quit looking at me like that through your tooth. That's awesome, man. I figured that we would have a better chance of them being able to just RoboCop you a eye out of genetic stuff.
Yeah, because I mean they've done like heart surgeries, growing them in pigs now.
3D eyeball.
Yeah. Seen that stuff.
Print something, but no.
Out of your tooth, huh?
Out of your tooth.
Thought we just had enough lasers to be able to fix people's eyes now.
Teeth are
that's so wild.
Teeth are a wild, amazing thing. You got to take care of them, man. And if you got to go to Knoxville Smiles, they'll take good care of them for you. Over at Knoxville Smiles, it's where I go for all my dental work. Have done for a number of years there. They do outstanding work over there. Dr. Malone, Dr. Costa, Dr. Wilco, the whole crew out there. Anything from routine dental cleanings to whitening procedures. You want to have your teeth a little bit whiter. I don't know if they can take your teeth out and make an eyeball. I don't know if they're on the cutting edge that far, but they can make them look whiter, straighter, more beautiful for you. They can do all of that at Knoxville Smiles. Take a virtual tour online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Russell, Bear, Chase, and Walker with you here for another hour, solid hour on the show. Ohio State naming a starter today. Julian Sayin gets the nod over the older guy he was competing with there.
Do you even know the older guy's name?
It was like Feenwitz or Finkel, Einhorn, something like that. I don't know.
I think it's Lincoln Kindholz.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I think they were doing something kind of like us where it's like it was a competition, but they wanted to make Sayin really earn it. He went to Alabama, right? He was at Alabama, and then like he had just gotten there, and then Saban bolted, and he was like, yeah, I didn't come here to play for anybody other than Nick Saban. So he went and sat out. I think he played in a few games last year, but not enough to make an impact.
I did see, correct me if I'm wrong, Jace, your boy has been named starter at Bama, right?
Yes, he has.
I guess we find out this year if we should have taken him or.
I don't think it was whether or not we should have taken him. I think they wanted to take him. It was he did not want to come here.
I think we're lucky.
Oh, I think we are too. Like it is. I don't think I'd take that back. Like I think he wanted to come here. I think he was going to come for Pruitt. Like Pruitt was going to give his dad a job on the staff. Was basically the story that I heard. His dad's the head coach at UT Martin, and Pruitt was going to kind of give him a, not an analyst, like maybe tight ends job or wide receiver, something like that, and then kind of give him a foothold into SEC coaching.
That sounded like it would have been totally legal even at that time, just to openly hire. I guess they do it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like his dad is like a part-time running backs coach over at Webb High School. Like he is the head coach of UT Martin. Like they're a legit FCS program.
Yeah, 4 conference titles in a row over there.
Did
really?
we put them on it?
Good job.
Put it on them. Was that last year or the year before when they came up here?
We got them in 2022. Yeah, the game after Bama.
Cheap shots.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of hope he does well. Like I didn't feel spurned. It was just sort of really bad timing where we fired the coach that was recruiting him, and he didn't know Josh Heupel. Like I think he was making that decision in February or March, maybe even January.
Yeah, it was February. Yeah.
And like Heupel had been here for like a month. Like he was just trying to put together staff, and he tried to recruit him, but
it's pretty wild that Hendon stuck when you think about it. I mean, he got here or he hadn't even gotten here yet when Pruitt got fired, had he? And he went ahead and came on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that Hendon had the option list. I mean, we tend to, again, think about him and as the great Hendon Hooker. Like, I don't know that. I mean, I'm sure he had other options, but I don't
Probably
think it was like
SEC.
Ty Simpson could have gone literally to anywhere he wanted in America. I don't think Hendon had all of those options.
Was he a 5-star?
Who?
Simpson.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a superstar prospect. And his little brother, they're saying, might be even better.
From what I've seen, I kind of think it's true. He doesn't have the legs that Ty had, but he can put it where he wants it.
What's his
anywhere on
name?
the field. Graham Simpson.
And he threw for about 1 billion yards as a freshman last year.
He was Max Prep's National Freshman of the Year last year.
Real? That's crazy.
57 touchdowns, 1 INT all year.
57-1.
They run the spreads.
Pretty good ratio.
And what they just air raid
it's
it all
just
the time?
tempo. It's just kind of like we do over here. They run it to open up the pass game, and
awesome.
they got guys outside that can fly.
Is the same system as when you were there?
Yeah. My
Same
head coach.
coaches and everything?
Yeah, my head coach came back after getting a better job offer this time, and he's staying for a while since Graham's there.
That's really good.
Well, they say the youngest Mays could end up being. That's wild how that sometimes work.
Yeah.
The youngest being the best.
Yeah, he's still got a few more years.
Yeah, what grade is he in now?
I have no idea. Last time I saw him was when those guys were in high school, and he was still a little guy.
Is he a Catholic, or is he
Huh?
somewhere else?
He's not. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Who's this?
The youngest Mays kid.
Oh,
That kid's in like fifth grade. Yeah.
6.
Well, tempers flared today at Titans training camp. It got up to 96 degrees and things were running hot. Cam Ward evidently got into it with Big Jeff.
Yeah, a little bit of a shoving match.
Really?
Yeah.
Ward threw a touchdown to Calvin Ridley towards the end of practice, went over to celebrate. The rookie quarterback stopped and gave Jeffrey Simmons a shove before doing his trademark Zombieland celebration in front of him. Simmons reacted with a 2-hand push towards face mask, and then the offensive line, it was on.
Well, yeah.
O-line came running to his defense.
Can't touch the quarterback. Although it sounds like Cam Ward initiated the confrontation.
Yeah.
What the hell is a Zombieland dance?
Is that his
His little celebration he does.
That thing.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Lots of guys are doing it. It's catching on. All the cool kids are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him. He's got cojones. Go up and shove Big Jeff, although he's not a female. So,
hey man, it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And Jeff Simmons was body slamming that woman.
It's on videotape, right?
Remember that?
I saw it.
He was picking her up, just like slamming her down on the concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a high motor.
Forgot about that.
He's run the straight and narrow since then. I think everybody deserves a second chance. He's been a model citizen for the Titans.
Now, wasn't the story that woman had been bullying a female member of his family?
I believe that's correct. Which
we're anti-bullying here.
Doesn't make it right.
No.
Just adds context.
Yeah.
Context is important.
Something something I saw over the weekend. I haven't been able to figure out if it's real or just some made-up internet stuff, but it does pose a question that you can ask. So supposedly there's a fella and his wife gets jumped by 5 women. Like outside, I don't know if it's outside a club or what. They wouldn't stop, so he laid them all out.
I think I saw that. Was it out? I saw a video of a dude taking down like 5 women.
Yeah,
but they were in a field. They were in a field and there were like trucks everywhere. It looked like they were leaving a concert.
Somebody attacked this. 5 women attacked this dude's wife, and it was go time. And then you've got the typical people in the comments of this video, talking about toxic masculinity and he's a woman beater. It's like,
yeah, see, the video I saw, like it didn't show any of that stuff beforehand. It just showed like him in the middle of it, and it looked pretty bad.
Yeah. But apparently, I guess they had been beating on his wife, and
what did she do?
I don't know.
I mean, if your wife,
what would you have to do? What would it have to be to where you were like okay with 5 people jumping one person?
I don't know, but I think like you want to say the thing is just like get your wife out of there. Like maybe you can do that without completely throwing haymakers at women.
As he laid those broads out. I don't know. That's the other thing. Like, I wonder what Christian Coleman said to Sha'Carri Richardson. He said something.
I'm sure he did.
She didn't like it.
Probably not.
Speaking of the Titans, Nashville, we have more Major League Baseball to the Mid-State chatter on ESPN earlier today. We'll tell you about that. Plus, we'll get a call from Stevie. Couple lines available if you want to jump in, 865-966-3435. Stay with us. The Drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive.
You're locked onto Fan Run Radio, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM, and online at fanrunradio.com.
This is one of the last homestands to see your Knoxville Smokies play this season. This week will be full of celebrations with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday and Titans Night on Thursday. You could win a free Titans autographed jersey and tickets to an upcoming game. Then the weekend is packed with fireworks on Friday. Saturday is UT Night with a Dylan Sampson bobblehead giveaway and fireworks, and our day game of the week on Sunday. Grab your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies!
Hey, Fan Run listeners. This winter, our friends at Crumble are bringing you nothing but warmth and joy. With an expanded rotation and a variety of pies and cakes, Crumble is bringing the heat every week to keep you cozy. Download the Crumble app to discover what's in store for you. From party packs to gift cards, even special loyalty rewards, Crumble Cookies has plenty for you and your family this season. Shake the frost this winter and cozy up to your nearest Crumble location.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. In football and life, you need a solid defense to protect what matters most. That's where Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee comes in. Score peace of mind with Farm Bureau Insurance, the official insurance of the Vols. They're your line of defense. FBITN.com.
This is Baseball VFL Cody Brown. Farm Bureau Insurance is the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols. I'm here to be that line of defense for all your insurance needs. Give me a call at 865-992-3871 and go Vols.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online.
What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up. That's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Good afternoon in Campbell County. It's running slow up there on 75 southbound, just before the Caravan exit. They're working on that Vasper Bridge again this week, so watch for those delays. Again, this could be going on all week long. That 75 southbound, just limping along up there in Campbell County, right before the Caravan exit. Now it's busy going the other direction on 75 north at the moment as you work your way up through Anderson into Campbell County. Hey, Fountain City Jewelers is your diamond engagement ring headquarters. Go see Mark Enix right now at Fountain City Jewelers, right next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Drive continues. Let's get a call from Stevie. Good afternoon, Stevie.
Russell!
Hello, Steven.
Oh, I'm just so overjoyed by this ticket increase from Danny White. He's such a visionary, Russell. He loves us. We're going to win so many championships. I know we just got $200 million reportedly, but I know he needs more and more and more. Wow, look at the light show that came out today. Look at all the drones in the sky. Yay! He's awesome!
Wow, Stevie, don't let everybody trip on your sarcasm this afternoon. Now, Stevie, are you a season ticket holder?
No, but you know who I am, Russell?
Yeah.
I'm a man of the people. I love the season ticket holders. I love the men and women who have been sitting their butts there for 50-plus years or 10 years. I love who they are. I love they spend the money that we can't to go to the game every single week. And they're getting cut screwed.
So
Am
you're
I
just
season
joining
ticket?
Tennessee today in an email to season ticket holders says they will be what Danny White said, a quote, moderate increase, average 4% increase in the total cost of ticket and contribution for the 2026 season.
How much is that total over the past 2 or 3 years, Russ?
It's a good question. I have to go back and look. You had the 10% talent fee added. This is the first year of that, right? And then you got all your taxes and everything on top of that, state and local. So, yeah, he says that, hey, we're trying to do you all a solid. We don't want to just announce the increase when we send out the renewals early next year, right? We're going to go ahead and let folks prepare. And so they decided to make the announcement now.
I don't get it. These people just lay down right in front of him and kiss his toes, Russell. They'll kiss his toes while he steals the dollars out of their back pockets, I swear.
Well,
Is anybody else just sick of this?
When you're winning, you can do this, Stevie.
When? Talk to me in December, Russell. I was getting
Well, we're talking now.
excited.
We're talking now. You had a basketball season that went to the Elite Eight. You're coming off a national championship in baseball in 2024. Football went 10-2 last year. Like, things are going well. You're winning. Yes.
But let me ask you this, Russ. What, if any of that, has gone into any decisions made by Danny Dollars has caused any of that? I know that didn't make sense at all.
Yeah. Could you restate your question?
What has Danny done to attribute to our successes on the field or the court?
Well, he hired Josh Heupel.
Okay.
He is, as far as I know, given Rick Barnes and Tony Vitello every resource they need to succeed. He hired Kim Caldwell. I mean, like, you might point to, okay, he didn't hire Vitello or Barnes, but I mean, what can you do? Like, he's kept them happy, which is a big part of the job.
I mean, is that such a revolutionary thing, though, Russ? Like, I feel like
Around here, yeah. I mean, we had Philip Fulmer was ready to let Rick Barnes walk out the door to UCLA. We had, John Curry was ready to hire Greg Schiano. Yeah, I mean, there have been plenty of coaches through the years here that have not been happy with their athletics director.
No. I don't want to compare Danny White to Philip Fulmer because, everyone and their mother knows Philip Fulmer was a terrible athletic director, and I wonder why they even hired him. But any above-average athletic director, and there's a lot out there, Russ, they're going to do all those things.
Well, we have proven that finding an above-average athletics director is a difficult task. Look, I'm no shill for Danny White. I mean, you can criticize him for any number of things, but to sit here and imply that like he hasn't been successful or he's been successful, Tennessee's been successful in spite of him, I just don't think that's accurate, man. I think he's done a very good job here. And, the old phrase, you can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs. Well, he's not afraid to crack a few eggs. And you cannot deny that Tennessee, look at where Tennessee athletics is right now compared to where it was the day before Danny White was hired. This was a 5-alarm dumpster fire.
I agree.
Good. And I guess we're in agreement here.
Well, Russell, I love you. It's important that we disagree with one another and still have love and affection for one another. I tend to think that, yes, it's pretty good right now, but in the next 10 years, this program and this institution is going to get gutted by their greed and their just, I'm not going to get into that. You know what I tried this weekend, Russell, that I really like and I've actually been drinking all week long so far?
Vodka.
Raw milk.
Huh?
It's nice knowing you, man.
Like,
yeah.
Like straight from the tap?
Yeah. Russell, I went to a small family farm this week and I pet the cow that I drank from. Very delicious, a healing spiritual experience.
Did you go full Tom Green on the cow?
I don't know what that means.
Straight from like Russell's saying, straight from the tap, from the udder.
No, I didn't get there in time to milk the cow, but I did get the batch, the batch of the day.
So you just milk straight from the cow, not pasteurized at all, not treated at all. Just
Nope. I got a half gallon in my fridge, Russ. Put it in my protein shake.
I guess that's how we drank milk before.
Yeah,
Louis Pasteur.
Yeah,
whenever that was,
and a lot of people got sick. A lot of people died from drinking raw milk.
Yeah, there were some health problems with that.
So if you get strep throat, you're just not going to take and the doctor wants to give you a shot of penicillin. You can, no thanks, you're just going to raw dog strep throat.
No, let's do it. I trust the bacteria in the raw milk to protect me.
Psycho Stevie, he's gone full anti-vax here this afternoon,
man.
huh? Okay.
Yeah, baby. Let's go make America healthy again.
Thank you.
Was that his RFK?
I believe so. I think that's what happened.
Spot on.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Well, MLB expansion talk heating up again. Jeff Passan, MLB insider today, goes on the Pat McAfee show on ESPN to discuss possible locations for future expansion teams. Passan saying, quote, I think Nashville is almost a shoo-in to get an expansion team at this point. He would go on to add that Salt Lake City is probably in the second position. So continue to hear all the right things about Nashville, but I thought, my mind keeps drifting back to a conversation we had with Lucas Panzica a couple of months ago when this talk was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the owner?
I would imagine if you wanted me to give you best bet right now, I'd imagine their last name's Haslam.
Well, I mean,
who else in the state?
We haven't heard anything linking Haslam towards a potential ownership group of a baseball team for Nashville.
I'll tell you who might. Randy Boyd.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about that is like MLB, I'm sure wants to go to Nashville. It's a great market and everything, but typically when you have a team like that, you need a guy with billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And
you're going to suck for a while too. Honey.
We haven't seen anybody like stepping
team.
up to be the face of that ownership group. Like they've got a cool website, like the Nashville Stars stuff, and they've got a cool plan over there, but they've got like Dave Stewart and a couple of other big, Nashville country music guys and stuff whose like names are attached to it. But in terms of like, they're just ambassadors.
Yeah.
Like who's the guy that's going to put up half the money for the stadium?
I'm assuming, I don't know if there's anyone outside the Haslams that I can think of in the state that would do that. It would probably be mainly someone outside the state, and then they would get all of like the Nashville country music artists that want to attach their name to the ownership group, like that type of situation.
I was still holding out hope that they would move the Rays out of Tampa Bay and move them to Nashville.
Well, they're getting sold.
I mean, that's still a possibility.
Yeah.
I did see where they finally voted to go ahead and fix the roof at the Trop.
Yeah.
Which is still a horrible ballpark.
Make
but
a new stadium.
It's terrible. I don't think anybody really, they don't have any support down there. I'd love to have an American League team here, and it would be pretty cool if it was an AL East team.
Well, when you go to 32 teams, I think the plan, it sets up to have pretty drastic realignment where you have 4-team divisions in each league.
Kind of like they did when the NFL expanded the last time.
Yeah.
What was that? Jacksonville, Houston.
That makes a lot of sense.
Or was
that you would have, and I think you probably would look at, would we be an AL South team if you did a North, South, East, West? Would you be in the? And here's the other thing, because Brett Hullander sent this to me. And I say we. Brett said, "Are you sticking with the Bravos if this happens?" I don't know. Man. Like, part of my reason for becoming a Titans fan was like I always wanted a NFL team in Tennessee, so I jumped on board when that happened. I don't know. It would be hard, man. It would be hard to root for somebody other than the Braves.
Well, you used to root for the Redskins? That wasn't hard. You jumped off their bandwagon and
well, that's what I mean. They kind of lost me. I can't imagine the Braves doing anything to lose me. It's not. Maybe if they drafted
the Vandy boys.
No, because what turned me off of the Redskins was the way they treated Heath Schuler. So it's like maybe if we end up drafting Jay Abernathy, the Braves, and like screw them over. But that's not the same as Heath Schuler. Such a star back in the early 90s.
Yeah, it would have had to have been somebody.
I guess you could have an AL team and an NL team. Can you do that?
In one state?
The Braves and the
you're talking about
Stars would be different.
No, I mean hell, you've got two teams in the NL right now. The Braves and the Cubs.
Yeah, but the Cubs are a clear, distant second.
I don't know. That's because I guarantee you, if they're in the postseason and tearing it up, we'll see your Cubs gear come out.
I mean,
a lot of people pointed that out to me about this. Why don't you say anything back to him about your whole deal, your thing you like to do with me about the Commanders and the Titans and all that? Because they say you're the exact same. You got mad because they
it's not the same at all.
He's Schuler dirty.
You won't find any. You won't find any tweet. You won't find any tweets or recordings of me ripping the Braves. That's the difference between you and me, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Will you?
Mm-hmm. No, because you're
more
proactive, and if when you have posted something, you've cleaned your timeline. I can't even remember how to go back and look at stuff.
I've never pulled against the Braves or rooted for bad things to happen to a team that I purport to be a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
Never happened.
You do have multiple teams that you root for. I think you act like you're this great big Braves fan, but you also root for the Cubs.
No, I mean, like, I don't think that's terribly unnormal.
I mean, you're wearing a piece of gear from their
I'm wearing a Smoky shirt.
Their organization. Are they a Cubs affiliate?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm right. You're wrong. That's it.
I'm not.
Discussion over.
We're not arguing. Who do you think you're arguing with?
I have
right
no
now?
idea, really, to tell you the truth. I don't know you anymore.
Are you still mad that
no?
We should have. We could be wrapping up the first ever What You Talk About Fantasy Champions League draw right now.
Whoopity-doo.
You still mad about that?
Nope.
Yep. Not right now, but if you give me a second, I can work my druthers up. Let's talk to Jamie instead. Jamie, you're on the drive. It's Fan Run Radio.
So he's Schuler or Josh Dobbs in Heupel's offense?
Dobbs.
Oh,
Dobbs, probably.
Dobbs.
Really?
Yeah.
The guy that was taken number 2 overall in the NFL draft? Are you kidding?
Yeah, because I think Dobbs had competent quarterback coaching and was developed properly. I think he could have easily been that. I mean, the guy barely got coached in college. He's still in the damn NFL.
If Schuler had competent quarterback coaching and better injury luck, he could have been an all-pro quarterback, right, Jamie?
All-pro, yeah. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm Bear. I really didn't. You've thrown me for a loop, man. Josh Dobbs couldn't hold Heath Schuler's job. I'm sorry, dude. Heath Schuler finished number 2 in the Heisman. I mean, goodness, guys. I don't know if you all remember how that guy was sick. He was a video game. I mean, it was stuff he would do on the field, man. He was unstoppable. I mean, I think his sophomore year, the year before he went pro, I think we averaged 42 points a game, which might have been the record that Heupel's 22 team shattered. If I'm not mistaken.
Let me ask you this: How does Dobbs look if you put him?
Well, with Derrick Rogers and Justin Hunter?
Well, no, with everybody that was surrounding Heath Schuler at that time. Tennessee was a damn
he had wide
juggernaut
receiver
back then.
He had Dobbs had NFL receivers too, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't have it's apples and oranges comparing those two rosters, and especially the coaching. You're going to tell me Butch Jones is better than the battle captain?
No.
You think that overall staff was as good as Fulmer's was back then in those days when Heath was here?
No, and Fulmer didn't have anything to do with it. It was Cutcliffe. Russ, you're with me. Heath all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying 100%. I'm just saying.
People forget what a bad hand Schuler was dealt, Jamie, in the NFL with the Redskins were terrible at that time. Norv Turner was an absolute joke as a head coach, and he got his brains beat out behind a bad offensive line, had a lot of injury problems there, and then he goes to New Orleans in '97 and another bad team, but he had a couple of big games for the Saints. Was named NFL Offensive Player of the Week. I want to say they had a huge game against the Raiders at one point where he played really well, and then he ends up getting hurt. Like he had a catastrophic foot injury where he basically tore his foot all apart and couldn't play anymore after that. It was a career-ending injury. Like he was close to getting it turned around when he got hurt in '97.
Yeah, we were robbed of him, Bias, and Bo Jackson for sure. Russ, you were talking to Stevie, one of my favorite callers, man. He's insane. I think us anti-vaxxers won this one, by the way. Looks like looks like the vaccine's killing off a lot more people than COVID ever did, but that's another story for another show. Guys, I heard you talking about Danny White, and I mean, sure, he happens to be the setting athletic director during a really good time at UT Athletics, but I'm having a hard time finding anything to give him credit for. I mean, he did try to hire a couple different coaches before he settled on Heupel, and he didn't have nothing to do with baseball or basketball. So help me out. What is it that he's done? Women's basketball coach? Well, what are we giving him credit for? Pricing out the elderly?
I'm giving him credit for getting it right. It might not have been his first choice, but it was the right choice to bring Josh Heupel here, obviously. And that is by far the most important part of any Tennessee athletics director's job description is getting football right. And Philip Fulmer used to say, we got to get football healthy, and nobody ever could. And this guy's gotten it healthy, so that counts for a lot in my book. He hasn't had to do much in basketball and baseball. I give him credit for making a baseball stadium a reality. I don't know if that would have happened under Fulmer. And, I mean, what else could he have done? I mean, so far, everything he's done, generally speaking, has been the right move. The Adidas thing
last week.
The Adidas thing is a notable exception in my humble opinion, but you can even kind of understand that if you look at it from a purely financial perspective.
Well, help me out with my trolls real quick before I move on to my last point, and I'll get off. You did say that the athletes that are currently over there on the Hill overwhelmingly want to wear Nike, right? Because I didn't mishear that, did I?
No, that is correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You brought up something the other day, and I was still a little too butt sore about this whole Adidas fiasco to weigh in. But you were asking what you would like to see different with Adidas. I want to see the Power Tee go back to what it was. I know it's just a slight difference. I thought it looked more squatty and more bold back in the day, but before we switched to Nike, I think that. Maybe I'm in the minority on that one, and I will kindly do something that I don't normally do. I'll acquiesce because I know that new tee looks good too, but I just was a big fan. I guess it's just the nostalgia of it. Barry, you're about my age. You remember it just a little bit fatter, a little bit shorter Power Tee before Nike came in?
Honest to God, Jamie, I can't remember, and I'm a meathead and don't notice stuff like that. I'm not a big uniform guy. Unless it's a stupid orange helmet, which they should have melted down into slag.
Jamie says make the Power Tee powerful again.
Yeah. What do you think, Russ? Do you see enough difference in it? Am I out on a limb here?
Jamie, you know me, I'm a freak. I usually notice things like that. I don't notice it. I know it happened. And the story I heard, it was something about making it replicable for merchandise. It's easier the way they did it. It wasn't some sort of artistic consideration or anything, but I usually notice all of that stuff, and I don't notice that at all. So that's just me.
Well, I'm like you, and I'm gonna say, if Adidas does what a lot of these people are telling me, like if they give Tennessee complete control, and these uniforms look exactly the same, they just instead of where the swooshes are, there's 3 stripes. I can live with it, dude. I can live with it. I see we finally got it right, man. We have the best looking uniforms in the country, and we go and I don't understand changing ingredients. It's kind of like when Coke went the new Coke, man. What are we doing? You're taking something that ain't broken, fixing it. Anyway, I'll get out of the way. Y'all hang in there.
I love the passion for the Power Tee. The dimensions are not right, Jamie says. Bring back the old Power Tee.
He's a nut.
All right, stay with us. The shocking conclusion of the drive coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive. The flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced, Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hungry for some mouth-watering barbecue? Then take the quick drive up I-75 to Rickard Ridge for some of the best barbecue you'll ever have. Fall off the bone, Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, and fresh hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has something for everyone. Located in Cove Lake State Park with a spectacular view of the Cumberland Mountains, Rickard Ridge. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Check out their full menu and catering options online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Are you tired of trying to squeeze your dental appointments in on your lunch break or before you go to work? Here at Knoxville Smiles, we're all about making going to the dentist easier. That's why we're now open until 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. To take advantage of our new evening hours, make your appointment now at knoxvillesmiles.com or just call us at 865-539-1776. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Good afternoon. We're really starting to build with more volume pushing through downtown 40 West at 17th Street. It's dragging along up there where they're working on that Vasper Bridge in Campbell County this afternoon. This could go on all week long on 75 southbound just before the Caravelle exit. Again, it's just limping along down through there in that road construction there as you approach that bridge in Campbell County going southbound on 75. Turn your gold and silver coins into cash at Fountain City Jewelers right next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Edition of the show. We got overtime headed your way next on many of these fan run affiliates. Speed round here, Roberto and then Tim, and then we out. Roberto up first. What's up, Bobby?
Hey guys, good afternoon. I'm going to give you a quick hot take on this Nike thing. I get where you're coming from, Russ. I really do. Always have understood that. But their fan gear is absolute hot dog water. Their fan gear, it may be the team thing, and that's fine that you're upset about, but their fan gear is trash. If you're not buying Volunteer Traditions Rowback or something to that effect, you're probably not having great Tennessee gear anyways.
The weird part is that I've seen, like, I love Adidas other stuff that's not Tennessee centric.
I agree with that, Bear.
It's not. It's really. It's honest, guys. It's not bad.
No, it's not. Their Miami gear was really cool for their fans for a while. So I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion. And we're lucky to have a market where, you know, we have a literal, you know, our apparel for this fans company called Volunteer Traditions that caters to Tennessee fans. So say that for what it's worth. This Joey Aguilar thing, I think it's a weird day or weekend, if you will, to put that out there, but I'm glad we did, I guess. It also tells you where Mark really was. That means he was pretty bad in you know, summer workouts, and I'm pretty excited to see what we got. And guys, you know, I forget his name, Austin. It's not Brian Austin, Brooks Austin. He broke it down the other day, but I mean, if we get competent quarterback play, we're going to be fine, because Nico was terrible last year. That's what I was trying to tell you the other day. Statistically, he was one of the worst quarterbacks in the conference, which made him one of the worst quarterbacks in the country. And if we get competent quarterback play, that's just good. we're going to be fine. And we're going to win 8 or 9 or even 10 games. And if we win 10 games, we're going to go to the playoffs. See ya.
Short and sweet from Roberto. I like it. Let's get Tim in here next. Tim, you're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder of that 2012 Bray versus Georgia. I mean, those Adidas uniforms in that game look good. And frickin' Bray, I forgot. I mean, if McIntyre could be the second coming of Bray, I mean, he's unreal. Like if you compare him to Nico, his throws just unreal if you go back and watch that game. And then if you watch the Dobbs, Jalen Turd era Nike unis, they didn't look that great compared to that 2012 team. So thanks for the reminder of that game. I forgot all about it. But if we could get another Bray in here, I think you mentioned that Friday with the defense.
Well, you talk about quarterbacks that were hindered by bad coaching and Joshua Dobbs. I mean, what about Tyler Bray? I mean, that dude hung around the NFL for almost 10 years carrying a clipboard, never really played, but you don't get to do that unless you've got some talent. And we all know the kind of arm talent he had. I'm sure he would tell you that part of that's on him. He was a knucklehead and immature when he was here, but he also did not have a great setup here coaching-wise to get the absolute best out of him.
Well, none of those guys
They had
did.
that John Neocon Cheney, who was the OC, somebody Cheney.
Jim Cheney, Big Jim Cheney, yep.
And you see the formations, man, they're so simplified. It really is a stark contrast to today when you watch those games. But, I mean, his passes, man, just pristine.
Oh,
at least in that Georgia game.
The deep balls. I mean, you talk about somebody who can hit
And
a
the
deep
flat,
ball
too, man.
and the Heupel offense. He'd be tailor-made for
well,
this.
that little slant they had when they tied the game at halftime, 30-30, man, just bam, and then they had the beast. I guess was it that linebacker that got Karen? Maybe that was before him.
Could this offense, this Heupel offense, if you had a statue quarterback like Bray was, but he's super accurate, could this thing work, or do you have to have a little bit of running?
I think Bray could do enough. Even he wasn't real fleet of foot. I think he could do enough.
Because we've always had a dual threat through 4 years here, and it sounds like we're going to have one again.
There ain't nothing dual threat about George McIntyre.
They say he's an excellent athlete. He's a basketball player.
He ain't quick.
He's not?
No. He looks like a baby giraffe out there running.
Well, thanks for crushing my hope there. Then, if he's not any bit mobile, but I wish we could reincarnate, clone Bray, man. We'd be set.
Well, we'll get the scientists on it, Tim. Thank you, man. We appreciate it. Thank you, Walker. Thank you, Jace. Thank you, Bear. We've got overtime headed your way next here on Fan Run Radio. We'll do it again tomorrow, 3 to 6 here on The Drive.